to call this house to order, but, but before then, I invite all our resource persons to come towards this side of the room, please. That includes the DC Governor, the Trustee Ijoma Okoro, the Governor-elect, and the spouse. Kindly come towards this side of the table. While we wait for the DC Governor to call the house to order, we'll need like 2-3 minutes to run some safety procedures. Listen attentively while that is done. Thank you very much. After that, the governor will call the house to order. Nobody should be standing again, please. Everyone should be seated. You're distracting the house if you're standing. If you can't see your tag, check outside by the registration desk. The remaining tags are kept there. Please. All tags are there. Everyone should get seated now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. DC Governor, please, is your time. Thank you.
Good morning, distinguished Rotarians. My district governor nominate. So my district governor elect with my beautiful sister Zainab, house, our trustee Ijoma Pearl, all the way from district 9141. My district governor nominee, Chijioke Ekechukwu. Our past district governors here present, especially the facilitator of the seminar. I know past district governor Victor Onukoga is here. I salute you, sir. Distinguished Rotarians, leaders of the district, I can say the house is very, very warm and everybody is looking very, very happy. The environment is beautiful, it's awesome, and I know it's a beautiful place for learning. And I know we will come out with a lot of ideas that will be very, very impactful to our district, to our nation, to the world, and to the Rotary family at large. So you are all welcome. On that note, distinguished Rotarians, I wish to call this house to order. Even though we don't have a bell here, but the house is hereby called to order. While we proceed with all that we have today, first of all, I wish to recognize the pressmen in our midst. Thank you for coming, and I know that at the end of the day, we'll have a lot for our public image. Thank you. Please, distinguished Rotarians, can we please stand up for silent invocation? After the count of 1, 2, 3, can we go with our silent invocation? Amen. While we remain standing, can we take the first stanza of our national anthem? After row 3. R-O-T-A-R-Y. Rotary. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. No tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Thank you very much. Remain seated, please.
Thank you so much, our DG, Princess Dame Joy Unki Okoro. Fellow Rotarians, the protocol has been well established. You are all welcome once more to this August occasion happening in February. We are proud to have you here so that we can steer a new course for the Rotary year 2026-27 that will be commencing from July 1st, 2026. We are here to brainstorm, to strategize, to plan our way forward so that we can have an eventful Rotary year with a lot of positive social, economic, and environmental impact on people. So once again, as the chair HOC, I welcome you all and believing that at the end of the day, we shall be strategizing and making sure we see the service to humanity as half full than half empty. On that premise, I say welcome. Thank you. We shall be following through the program, and the next item on the agenda will be the presentation of our own person, the leader of the team, our incoming district governor for the Rotary year 2026-27, full years to create a lasting impact. Our incoming DG, in the person of Rotarian Sikiru Adetono Owonikoko. Thank you for that lovely music. In fact, I can see my PDG Victor Nukuga dancing from all sides. It's a pleasure. I want to invite Rotarian Farouk Yusuf. Okay, I want to call on Rotarian Yusuf Ali to do us the honor to introduce our incoming DG. Thank you. That is our district secretary designate.
Thank you very much.
R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary.
Not whom others do. We have international pearl here. I call her the pearl of Africa, and that is Trustee Ijoma. Please, let's give us standing ovation. Thank you. She sacrificed her time. She canceled so many international engagements because she gave her words that she will be here, and she has done that. We also have the incoming vice governor. But before then, let me introduce the woman who has brought joy in the last 1 year to this district, the district governor. Last year, our song was Joy is Coming. Joy has come. And we continue to enjoy joy. Next is the vice governor for 2026-2027, a former district governor, a past district governor, Sir Victor Onukuga. And of course, the man who is putting us through this learning, DLF, District Learning Facilitator, a former district governor. Don't mind his look. He's so simple in everything. PDG Lawrence Oko. A past district governor has just come in, and one and only Godi Nade. Then we have a district governor nominee, Dr. Chijioke. I don't know whether we are going to have his own learning here next year, or in Norway, or but he's a man of taste, and we are looking forward to that. Last but not the least is the big masquerade, the man who has brought us here, and we are all barbers. We are going to shave his head for 1 year so that he will look more beautiful. We'll give him a responsibility. We also take care of him. He's a very gentleman, a man with deep knowledge of Rotary, a humble man, and a visionary man. One thing about him is that is high-tech savvy. If you have seen what we have done so far, everything is IT-based. I have the honor to introduce the one and only DGA Sikiru Adetona Owunikoko. With him is his spouse, equally gentle, a mobilizer par excellence, Ajia Zainab Owunikoko. I want to appeal to the DGE to please respect this table and step forward for your citation. Ajia Zainab, why not support your husband? The taste of the eating is in the pudding. William Shakespeare, in his novel, The Twelfth Night, said, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness trust on them. Sikiru Adetona Owunikoko combines these three traits. Can we appreciate it? You have a job to do. This is the first time we are having a district governor with Owo attached to his name. Owo means ego. So for 1 year now, foundation must be up and Sikiru Lai, it means one who submits to God. Adetona, one who shows the way, a royal father who shows the way. And Owunikoko, money is the hint thing.
Everything.
So please, by the time we start knocking your door for foundation with a different this year, it's a year of Owunikoko. Yes, the IT, our IT.
R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T.
Leadership is not about noise, it's about impact. Not about titles, but about trust. Not about how far you rise, but how many you lift. Today, we walk gently because we are tracing footsteps that have shaped institutions, lifted generations, and carried service across borders. This is not just a story of a man. It is an account of purpose finding direction, of leadership kneeling in humility, of service wearing a human face. This is the story of Rotarian engineer Sikiru Adetona Owunikoko. For over 2 decades, one man has walked the path of service with discipline, dignity, and distinction. An engineer by training, a Rotarian by conviction, a leader by calling. This is the story of Rotarian engineer Sikiru Adetona, whose life has been built on service, shaped by integrity, and anchored in purpose. It is popularly said that when the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Some leaders are built for reasons, others are built for generations. In Rotary, leadership is not inherited. It is earned through years of commitment, sacrifice, and consistency. And few embody this truth as completely as Rotarian engineer Sikiru Adetona. This elegy is not merely a profile of achievement, it is a journey through service, stewardship, and sustained excellence. Every great structure begins with a solid foundation. Born in Ibadan, Nigeria, into the noble Awonikoko family, Sikiru Adetuna Awonikoko learned early the values of discipline, responsibility, and service. He earned a Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, and later expanded his global outlook with a certification in climate change from the Oxford School of Climate Change in the United Kingdom. An engineer who understands that the future must be built, not guessed. His rotary journey began in 1987 as a retractor in Ibadan. Long before titles, long before applause, there was service. He served as president of two Rotaract clubs, RC Yemetu and RC Lautic, raising the bar and redefining what youth leadership could achieve. In 2002, he joined the Rotary Club of Akko and later the Rotary Club of Abuja Garaki neighborhood, where his leadership matured and his influence widened. Across the district, his fingerprints are everywhere. 4 times district chair of Rotaract activities, 3 times assistant governor, 3 times assistant governor special duties. He chaired critical committees spanning family of Rotary, peace fellowships, membership, grant, youth protection, resource networks, and led the COVID-19 vaccination sensitization and monitoring committee during one of the most challenging periods in modern history, when Rotary needed calm hands and trusted judgment. He was called. Leadership is revealed by proximity to responsibility. Rotarian engineer Winnie Koko has been trusted at the highest levels of Rotary International, serving as aide to global icons, aide to the past RA President late Jonathan Babatunde Majiagbe, aide to the past RA President and spouse Mark and Gay Maloney, aide to the past RA President and spouse Holger and Susan Nack. He later served as the aide to Rotary International President and spouse Jennifer Jones and Nick, standing at the intersection of global Rotary leadership and local impact. He has organized and delivered major Rotary trainings like DTTS, PETS, District Assembly and Grant Management Seminars, shaping minds, strengthening systems and building leaders. In Rotary, leadership is not rushed. It is prepaid for. In 2024-2025, he was nominated as District Governor nominee for District 9127, the largest district in Nigeria, spanning 16 states and the Federal Capital Territory. And in the Rotary year 2026-2027, he steps forward to serve as District Governor, not as a reward, but as a responsibility. Beyond Rotary, excellence defines his professional life. A registered and certified engineer, he leads multiple organizations across engineering, water resources, and consultancy. He is executive director, managing director, and chief executive officer of reputable firms and trustee chair of the International Foundation for Environmental Protection and Conservation. A fellow of respected professional bodies across Nigeria, North America and beyond. His work speaks in structures, systems, and solutions. Behind the titles is a man of humility. Happily married to Hajia Zainab, herself a distinguished Rotarian and leader. In a culture of self-promotion, he remains unassuming, just like an old saying. The best leaders are those whose footprints make the road easier for others. Rotarian engineer Sakiru Adetona Wonikoko has built roads in Rotary, in communities, in lives, a servant leader, a builder of people, a custodian of Rotary values. This is not just a story of achievement, it is a legacy in motion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a legacy still unfolding. Welcome, Rotarian engineer Sikiru Adetona Awonikoko. Service above self. This is from the office of
But wait. When we were younger, in the school we read the novel Romeo and Juliet. Today we are changing the name of the DGE. We now have Davido and Chioma. We have Davido here. We also have Chioma. So Ajaza.
The most incredible. I come Nigeria, slip on Nigeria. Street credibility, we get check my fans, but I hear that, no be lie. Yeah, no be lie. Yeah, no be lie. Really no tabella, no be lie. Give me love, you're the most incredible. I come Nigeria, slip on Nigeria. Street credibility, we get check my fans, but I hear that, no be lie. Yeah, no be lie. Yeah, no be lie. Any mutabella, no be lie. Give me love. It's money soon expended.
We need to appreciate ourselves. I look at this all. Among us, we have so many PhD holders. Is it Godin Nadi, Dr. Chikioke, Dr. Nukuga, Dr. Joel Aruna, Dr. Dominic, if you don't. We have eminent people like Kennedy. When Obaseki speaks anywhere, you know he's a professor in waiting. So please let us appreciate them. We have an associate prof here, Stage. So please, we have Dr. Fashua, who I call professor every time. I'm awaiting your professorial appointment. Please let us appreciate ourselves. We are so the choice of team members, those of you who are here today, was informed by the need for quality. With Rotary International President, Yinka Babalola, come from Nigeria. Please let us put in our best. I don't know how to generate money, but since I have a DG with Sukuni Koko, then we will knock every door. Thank you very much.
The district governor, fellow Rotarians. Sorry, I had to take this. You know, sometimes you get to a level where you take things by force. So I took this opportunity to speak by force. This is the first time I'm seeing our own PhD Yusuf since after the tremendous work he did during the 2 visits of Rotary Foundation trustee chairs. Yusuf worked in such a way that really puzzled me, left very indelible impressions in my heart. Sometimes I wish I could actually thank him or even repay him, but you know he's wealthy. Such people, you can't repay them. But Yusuf, I stand here with everything living inside me to say thank you so much for what you did for those 2 visits. Thank you so much for all you do for Rotary. And thank you so much for even what you are going to do. When Owonyikoko told me you are going to be the district secretary, I felt it was just the wisest choice that he made. Yusuf, you'll be celebrated in your lifetime. You'll be celebrated. People will speak about your goodness to your hearing. It will not be engraved in any stone. You will hear it with your own ears and you will carry it in your own heart. The Lord will keep you strong and healthy. And God will keep you to see the achievement of a polio-free world. And the best love I can show to anyone is to leave you with an end polio pin, because it means so much to me. We are committed to eradicating polio from the face of the earth. And I am very excited that when, not if, when we achieve this, your name will be written. The DG also wants you to have, before her tenure will expire, the Unite for Good pin. Thank you so much. We all love you and you know it. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm now a 3-star general here.
Thank you so much, our own Rotarian Yusuf Ali, very hardworking person and passionate about Rotary. I will now invite our own incoming DG to be up and be here for the RI message, citation, and everything that concerns us to start the new Rotary year we are envisaging.
Thank you. My dear friends and family of Rotary, thank you. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2026 International Assembly and to congratulate all of you on becoming district governors-elect. We have assembled Rotary senior leaders, staff, and exceptional members from around the world to help prepare you for the year ahead. And while we are all here together, I hope you take the opportunity to meet your fellow classmates. You see, we do not enjoy the full benefits of Rotary membership if we don't experience its internationality. And this week, the Rotary world is all around you. Don't let it pass you by. Get to know people. Make friends. You never know where a few kind words will get you. Most Rotary members I meet, wherever they are from, are kind and happy people who make for fast and loyal friends. Another quality we share is that Rotary has changed us. It has shaped who we are and made us better people. That is where change truly begins. Not only for the people we serve, but also for ourselves. Not only for the people we serve. Think about our vision statement. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. When we talk about lasting change across the globe, we often talk about ending polio. We talk about building peace. When we talk about changing our communities, there are plenty of incredible examples. But then I ask, changing our communities, how do we make lasting change in ourselves? But then I ask, how do we make lasting change in ourselves? Usually when I ask this question to Rotary members, the room grows quiet. That silence, my dear friends, family of Rotary, tells me something. That we do not think enough about how Rotary transforms us. How Rotary transforms our careers. How Rotary transforms our businesses. And how Rotary transforms our families. How Rotary transforms our careers. How Rotary transforms our businesses. It can even be a light in the darkest of times, as it was for Thea Couples, a member of the Rotary Club of Cary, Kildare in North Carolina, USA. You see, in 2021, Thea lost her husband to cancer after 19 months of fighting for his life. She had barely seen anyone in 19 months. Between caring for her husband and isolating due to COVID-19 pandemic. That's when a dear friend from Thea's Rotary Club called her and said, "You need to come to the next Thursday. You need to come next Thursday for dinner. We want to see you." As she walked into that Rotary dinner, Thea was feeling nervous and vulnerable. But before she could even sit down, a new member she had never met wrapped her arms around her and said, "Welcome. We are so glad you are here." It was in that moment that Thea realized that she was not alone, that she had a community. It was in that moment that Rotary was her community. After that dinner, Thea wrote how it impacted her. She said, and I quote, "Rotary has a way of showing up quietly, lovingly, when you need it most. Rotary has a way. It reminds you that even when you are the one who is used to giving, it is okay to receive." And then she said, "So, if you are searching for connection, service, and a place to belong, Rotary might just be the answer." And I think a few in this room can relate with this. My friends, as Rotary works to change the world, do not be afraid to share how Rotary has changed you. Do not be afraid. I can tell you from my own life, Rotary has changed me profoundly. I started as a Rotaractor when I was still a teenager. I had the privilege of bringing a good education in a place where many people did not have that opportunity. One of my club's literacy projects opened my eyes. You see, we were helping people in my community learn how to read and write. I thought to myself that nobody my age in my country should grow up without those skills. That project changed me. And with that change came the responsibility to expand access to education. And with that change came the responsibility to expand access. Thank you. This cause is especially important today. UNICEF estimates that about 6 million children worldwide could be forced out of school by the end of this year because of cuts to education funding. To address this education crisis, we need to change our mindset from one of donation to one of service. To address this education crisis, and we have a great example to follow in Naisna, South Africa, where Rotary clubs are creating a lasting impact in education. The Rotary Club of Naisna came together with local partners in 2019 to find out what it would take to ensure that all children in their community had access to quality early childhood education by 2025. The club involved people in the community, worked to understand the problem, and they got to work. The resulting project unlocked the power of women in underserved communities to open and manage early childhood education centers. Today, the project has reached thousands of children and families, and it will continue to provide education in those communities for generations. We can create this kind of impact in other parts of the world, and in doing so, we can earn the trust and recognition of our neighbors in the communities we serve. And when more communities trust Rotary, more people want to join us. But we must let them in first. And that might sound obvious, but it is something we have struggled with for some time. You see, if members raise $50,000 a few years earlier, see if they can raise $55,000 this year. Not to prove they are better than anyone else, but just to become the best version of themselves. Not to prove they are better. There is a saying, and some of you may be familiar with this. Say good, better, best. Never let it rest till the good gets better and the better gets best. Never let it rest till the good gets better and the better gets best. That same thought applies just as much to ourselves as it applies to our clubs and our districts. We need to create a change and impact mindset. It's important to remember, change and impact are not the same. Change is only the beginning. Impact is what endures. Let me share an example from Nigeria, where Rotary's program of scale, Together for Elderly Families, has been at work for years. Let me share an example. In the early days of the program, I visited a health facility in one of the pilot cities. I wanted to see for myself what was happening. The chief medical officer didn't know who I was, only that I was a member of Rotary. He welcomed me warmly. He told me that they had started working with Rotary about 18 months earlier. Soon, infant and maternal deaths plummeted. Before Rotary's intervention, many women avoided prenatal care, which is essential to ensuring safe birth for both mother and child. After working with Rotary, systems were put in place to help expecting mothers receive prenatal care. The community was involved. Attendance went up. Mortality went down. And after I spoke with that doctor, I could see clearly how that project would transform lives across Nigeria for decades. That is what I mean when I say lasting impact. As members of Rotary, we share a vision of a better future, a world free of polio, a world at peace, a world where everyone has access to education. To make this vision a reality, we must acknowledge and unleash the change within ourselves. We must focus not only on outcomes, but on impact. An outcome of Tia's Rotary Club inviting her to dinner was that she no longer felt alone. But the impact is the hope and sense of community that she and her fellow club members will carry with them for the rest of their lives. In Nigeria, an outcome of the Together for Elderly Families project is lower infant and maternal mortality rates. But the impact is the children who will grow up with the love and guidance of their mothers, not only today, but for generations. Not only today. And my dear friends, we will reach our 2030 membership goals. And when we do, an outcome will be more Rotary members around the world. And we all know that wherever Rotary goes, good things follow. And that impact will be a stronger, more effective Rotary and a better world for years to come. My friends, that future begins with us, but it must endure long after our work with Rotary ends. And my dear friends, family of Rotary, that is why the presidential message for 2026-2027 is create lasting impact.
I'll be up standing to that, please. That is our team. This is our message all the way from University. Our own Akim Yinka Babalola. Thank you very much, my Rotary leaders. Our trustee, whom I so much dearly appreciate and love. Thank you for being there all the time for us. We are grateful to you. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion today. The district governor, by our standard, I think I need to quickly mention this today. This is the first time in the history of either 9126 or 91 9120 or 9130. Or let me say in Nigeria, yes, I stand to be corrected, that we are going to have vice governor. It has never happened. My able and dynamic vice governor, sir, you are highly recognized. Thank you so much. The unassuming chairman of this event, organizer of this event, I'm referring to the district learning facilitator. You are recognized. We have so many past district governors that have other caps. They are on the eye table too. My past district governor, sirs, you are recognized and welcome to this garden. Thank you so much. I will not call him my twin brother, but I can tell you that the spirit of Rotary lives in us, and we so much believe that we must make, starting from lasting, create a lasting part to make our district better. Case, and we are in this together. That's my district governor nominee. Thank you. The HOC, my dear brothers and sisters, Rotary leaders in the house, can I say good morning once again? And I need to quickly recognize all the district appointees and all the media men in the house, because they don't have ladies, and all other people that give us opportunity to hold this program here. I'm talking about the Army Resource Center. They are highly recognized because we have a team that is working tirelessly to make sure that everything goes well. Once again, good morning to all of you. I quickly just want to address us. It's very, very important for us to know what we should look out for next Rotary year. Let me begin by warmly welcome and earthly congratulate everyone for your answering the call to leadership in 2026-2027 Rotary year. Your presence here today is not accidental. It is evidence of your commitment. It's proof of your readiness. And most is that District 9127 prepare fully and prepare to create lasting impact. Today, I stand before you, not just your district governor-elect, but as a fellow Rotarian, a global citizen, and a custodian of vision began 121 years ago with Paul Passy Harris. A vision rooted in fellowship, strengthened by service, and sustained by integrity. That vision is now in our hands. This morning, I wish to focus on collective attention of a few critical pillars that will define our success next Rotary year. Public image, the Rotary Foundation, membership growth, retention and engagement, members-centric leadership and communication, and importantly, technology as a driving tool. For our public image next Rotary year, which is our brand, when we hear the word public image, we think of logos, brand colors, banners, hashtag, and press release. Yes, these matters. They are the packaging. But in today's noisy world, people are no longer inspired by what organization says about themselves. They are inspired by what people do and by the people who do it. Let me be clear and candid. Your face is your face. You are the face of Rotary. Not the wheel, not the banner, not the slogan, but it's you. Rotary public image must be built around refills, renames, and restories of impact. Stories of clubs that return indigent children to school. Stories of clubs that address health challenges across communities. Stories of widow empowered, youth mentored, and communities transformed. These stories, your stories, are far more powerful than any polished corporate message or messages. Why? Because authenticity matters. People do not connect with institutions, they connect with people of action. I therefore charge you today, tell your story as in Rotary story boldly. Tell them personally. Tell them with face, names, and measurable impact. When Rotary becomes human, people become stable. Our main engine room, the Rotary Foundation, it is the engine of impact. Yeah, Rotary Foundation is not just a structure, it is the engine that powers the Rotary wheel of impact. It remains one of the most accountable, transparent, and trusted foundation in the world. Having recently raised over $417 million to fund life-changing global projects. Through district grants, we address pressing local needs. Through global grants, we execute transformational, large-scale international projects. District 9127 is already positioned itself to draw more intentionally and more strategically from the foundation to deliver projects of feasible, sustainable, and measurable impact next Rotary year. I assure you that when 2026-2027 Rotary year formally begins, our dream, our priority, and our expectation in this regard will be clearly communicated. Let us remember this truth. When we give to the Rotary Foundation, we are not giving money away. We are investing in hope, dignity, and humanity. Membership, which is our strength, from number to belonging. Membership growth is important, but membership engagement and retention are essential. People stay where they are seen. People grow where they are valued. People invite others when they feel proud. When we intentionally highlight our members, we create pride. When we create contribution, we build community. When we recognize service, we inspire loyalty. Let us deliberately turn our members into Rotary ambassadors by showcasing their Rotary journey to the world. If you don't sing your song, nobody will sing it for you. Every Rotarian joined for a reason. Our responsibility as leader is to ensure that reason is fulfilled. And let me say this with conviction: there is no Rotarian incapable of bringing one person into Rotary. If each of us bring one, not under prayer, out of prayer, but out of conviction, we will not only double our membership, we will succeed in it. Because when Rotary is experienced meaningfully, it makes itself marketable. Open communication, that's the glue of leadership. Rotary is a fellowship of professional bond by service above self. That fellowship strives on open, honest, and respectful communication. I therefore strongly encourage a culture of transparency, one where ideas are freely shared, feedback is offered without fear, leaders listen empathically. When communication flows, truth grows. When truth grows, collaboration strengthens. And when collaboration strengthens, impact multiplies. As leader, listen to your members. Ensure information flow freely across clubs and district levels. This will reduce misunderstanding, deepen engagement, and strengthen unity within all our club members. Discipline, the soul of Rotary leadership. Rotary is value-driven organization, but let us also remember this truth. Rotary is a disciplined organization, and under this administration, discipline will be institutionalized. Discipline in time management, like what happened today, we could not start on time. I think we need to change our ways. Discipline in financial stewardship, discipline in reporting and accountability, discipline in communication protocols. You just don't do things in your own way. Discipline in respect for structures and leadership. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is respect for standards. It is what separates intention from excellence. When we are disciplined, we are credible. When we are credible, we are trusted. And when we are trusted, our impact becomes sustainable. Technology, artificial intelligence, and future of Rotary. My fellow friends, Rotary must not just keep up with the future, we must help shape it. District 9127 intentionally leveraging technology and artificial intelligence to improve how we lead, how we learn, and serve. I urge every club to embrace this digital direction. Employ the My Rotary Portal, complete courses on the Learning Center, maintain active and purposeful social media engagement, interact consistently with the district website. Our district technology team is ready, willing, and capable, but transformation can only happen when leaders choose to lead. When leaders choose to lead it. The world is moving rapidly. Rotary must not stand still. One of the enduring legacy of this administration will be our deliberate and structured adoption of artificial intelligence and digital system. I'm pleased to announce that D9127 has subscribed to international and artificial intelligence powered platform for the next 3 years. This is not an experiment, it is commitment to efficiency, transparency, and excellence. Going forward, all district events will be planned, tracked, and managed through the district event management application, which is applicable today. If you log on through it, you see all these events are there already. And the moment, even all the papers and speeches are already in that application tools. It is going to be one system, one standard, and one direction. Official district, thank you. Official district information will also be communicated to Rotarians in real time. Ensure speed, accuracy, and inclusiveness wherever they may be in the world. Why are we doing this? Because the world is evolving, and Rotary must evolve with it. We cannot lead tomorrow's community with yesterday's tools. Technology is no longer going to be an option in District 9127. It will be institutionalized. My closing talk to my friends in the house. Rotary leaders, this is the Rotary we are building. A digitally enabled Rotary, a disciplined Rotary, a future-ready Rotary, a people-centered Rotary, one that honors our tradition while boldly embracing innovations. This will be our legacy, this will be our standard, and this will be our contribution to the next generation of Rotarians, distinguished leaders of our organization. You have you have been entrusted with leadership as a defined moment. History will not remember our titles, it will remember our impact. So, let us live with this charge. Let us lead boldly. Let us serve passionately. Let us communicate openly. Let us innovate courageously. And together, let us create lasting impact. Thank you very much, and may Rotary continue to shine through each and every one of us. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, our incoming DG. Thank you so much. I think I can pick a lot from that we should lead boldly. And at the end of the day, you will not be remembered by chieftaincy, but the good deed you are able to do in serving humanity. Thank you, my incoming DG, for that. Fellow Rotarians, it's an opportunity to hear from our PDG to inspire us, to motivate us towards doing good that we have lasting impact. On that note, I'm going to call on Trustee of the Rotary Foundation, PDG Pierre Ijoma.
Thank you. Good morning, fellow Rotarians. District Governor Joy, District Governor-elects Sikiru, and lovely spouse Zainab, past district governors. Our trainer is still here, PDG. I bring you good tidings first from my club, the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt, from my district, District 9141, and from the Rotary Foundation that I so ably represent. First, let me commend the organizers of this event. I made a statement when I entered here. Anybody who doesn't learn anything here will never learn it anywhere else. This is just next to RI standard. The environment is beautiful, it's serene. Most importantly, if you don't have fear for noise, I'm sure you have fear for kuje. I don't know what will happen if you make this place noisy. If you leave training and start making noise, the next place you find yourself is in kuje. Because you chose this environment by yourself. So I think I like this environment. So please, I recommend you stay put inside here. No shopping, no gallivanting, no noise making, and Rotary will be the winner. I know I'm just supposed to inspire you briefly. I'm going to just be with you a few more minutes, then I will be off. Today is actually the birthday of one of my best, the Rotary International Poli Ambassador to Nigeria, and one of your greatest supporters, one of the greatest supporters of Rotary internationally, in Africa, and of course in Nigeria, Sir Dr. Michael Fong. Today is his 67th birthday, and if today were not his birthday, I would have found a way to drag him here, to just say one word to you, especially because the environment is safe and serene. But I promise to be with you for the better part, if not all through tomorrow. I was wondering what I was going to inspire you with, but I got a text while I was here from one of my friends who happened to be a very big man. Can I have, I don't want to call someone, can I have just a volunteer to read a personal text? Because that will be my message to you. Okay, Luma, come. read these tests. You can also read the time. This is, I think this test got to me last night, but I didn't see it till I sat here. So, the person sent a test by 2201. And what did the person say?
My mom passed a week ago.
And my response?
Chai, so sorry. Came into Abuja yesterday. Let me know when I can call you. I am happy you met up with her in her lifetime. May her soul find rest in the Lord. Amen.
So,
are you in Abuja? Yes. Good morning. Okay, I came into Abuja too yesterday. Let's see when you have a moment. Okay, I thought to live here permanently. Been in PS since 1 week that my mom passed. Have you been crying? How old was she? Honestly, I have been crying. I just finished one round of it now. As I remembered her this morning, she passed at 1:02. So was she crying? Okay. My happiness is that she did not pass while you people were quarreling. To God alone and alone be all the glory. Please, begin Selando is a celebration of life. Yes, so I'm fully prepared. The only delay is that I pulled down my old building at Shoba and began a new one, still at the foundation level before she passed. Must finish it before burial, so burial may be in 6 months. Why would you pull down your Choba building? We went there to plant flowers. You not want to build like Jocelina and Secondus? I would rather advise you find a way to write your mother's name in the sands of time. Building will not do it. And I do not see you ever living in Choba. You can talk to me concerning having your name in global history. I will advise you for free. We should all strive to live a life of impact so that doing good will continue even long after we are done. 102 years is no mean feat.
So, my dear Rotarians, I think this will just be the only message I'll leave. Your mother passed at 102 and you pulled down a building. That's vanity. Your mother will never live in the house. You will also never live in this house. If I do a mental calculation, because I know his old house, like you saw me put in the test, it's unfortunate, it's a private test, but I think I love making my analogies with things that are real. I don't like telling stories. I want to use real life stories. If I have a mental picture, the house is going to put will not cost anything less than $1 billion if you know the individual involved. It's somebody, if I call his name, it's somebody you see on TV every time. That house will not cost anything less than 1 billion, 1.2 billion. If I had that kind of money, I would top Semeko Offal's giving and pass him in being an AKS member. That's the only way I can have my mother remembered. Or I'll find a Rotary Club and partner with the Rotary Club and do a project that will be impactful, that will change lives, that will make people, both young and old, when they wake up, they will say thank you to a mother that they will never meet. You know why I'm saying so? I don't know what brought you to Rotary. All of us joined Rotary for different reasons. Some for even very crazy reasons. Some joined Rotary to make friends. Some joined Rotary to make connections. Very few of us, very few, joined Rotary for service. Some joined because they're depressed. They're looking for where to eat nkwobi and drink, have some good drink. But it's immaterial why you joined Rotary. For me, what matters is what makes you to stay. I have a feeling that the reason why Rotarians get it wrong is that we have not taken a little time to ask ourselves, why am I still in Rotary? If you listen to the presentation, the message of incoming Rotary International President Yinka, his emphasis is on impact. And he started that message by, ask yourself, how has Rotary impacted on me? How has Rotary, forget how Rotary is changing the lives of people in the street. How has Rotary changed my life? Even while we were in Lagos there before yesterday, at the foundation dinner of 112, he asked, he said, anyone here whose Rotary has impacted positively should raise their hand. Maybe I should ask, if you are in this room and Rotary has changed your life positively, please raise your hand. I guess those whose hands are raised are either distracted by their phone or they do not understand English. Yeah, because if you do, I'm sure that Rotary have changed our lives one way or the other. So the thoughts of the incoming Rotary year that our district governor-elect has spoken to us about is impact. So it's no longer relevant why you joined Rotary. It is why you are remaining in Rotary. Rotary for me is spiritual. When it's a Sunday and I'm doing Rotary work and I don't go to church, I don't have any remorse. If I'm doing a Rotary work or a Rotary assignment, I don't feel I'm cheating. I don't feel I'm actually depriving, running against my religious beliefs. Because I'm actually in Rotary not to serve Paul Harris. I'm in Rotary to serve God. Every day I wake, I am inspired by the privilege and opportunity that Rotary is offering me to go out there and make a meaningful difference in the life of people. So I just want Rotarians to begin to see Rotary that way. Don't see Rotary as a business. Don't see Rotary. Rotary is not a social club. And that's why I insist that Rotarians should maintain their membership. Their club. Rotarians should maintain their membership with social clubs. Able Women Organization, Boys Oye, Girls Oya, any social organization you belong, please don't bust it. Remain there very active. But when it comes to Rotary, Rotary is not a social club. You will actually be going against the law of God. And when I mean the law of God, I mean God. I'm a Christian. I'm a knight of the Catholic Church, but I own Quran. I own Quran for the past 40 years. My first boss was a Muslim, so I had opportunity to earn those books. I own all religious books from Ekanka and all that. So I don't discriminate. But I'm a Catholic and a knight of the... Because when I want to argue, I want to argue from the point of knowledge. I don't argue and I don't speak from nothing. Rotary is an opportunity for you to serve God. When you take that opportunity to serve God and you're misusing it to actually serve yourself, you're actually incurring a wrath of God on yourself. When you find yourself in Rotary and people contribute money and you turn the money to Nkwobi or Glenfiddich, you are incurring the wrath of God. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you should not enjoy, but do not let that enjoyment take over the Rotary service. We are in Rotary to serve others. Anytime your Rotary participation begins to serve you and your personal dreams and aspirations, you have lost it. In the next few months, we are going to get into that year of impact. Please begin to have personal conversations with yourself. Are you ready to create that impact? Are you ready to bring out yourself for God to use you as a willing tool to make things better? We are at that level in our society, not just in Nigeria, in our society, abroad, international. But let's zero it down to Nigeria, where people are suffering, where people can hardly eat, where for want of Panadol, people die. For diarrhea, people die. For good malaria drugs, with all the fake drugs that are in the market, people perish. You are here, you're sure of what you eat next tomorrow. A lot of people around us are not sure of what to eat in the afternoon. So we can afford to turn Rotary into fun fair. So we have produced an RI president of African origin and a Nigerian from that matter. The second time we are doing this. Let us not run away from the fact that we are coming from an area of need. Rotary International sent me a message 2 weeks ago, and they said for this particular action group that the chairman, because they're about electing a chairman, that the chairman should be someone from a developing country. I was in bed. I said developing country. I hope what I'm suspecting is not what is hitting my head. I said, okay, please, can you list those developing countries? Can you list the developed countries where chairmanship of this Rotary Action Group can come from? I have the list. Nigeria is not there. And I was going to say, do you realize that the incoming president of Rotary, his country is not listed here? But what am I going to teach them? Am I going to reinvent the wheel? It's true now. We are not developed. We are developing. Indeed, they are nice. They didn't say underdeveloped. But what I'm saying is because I know that one or two of you will belong, are members, because a very active action group in Nigeria. So in case any one of you is expecting to be chairman or have even applied, you will not, because you have been classified as someone from developing, and you are not qualified to chair that. This is within Rotary. So fellow Rotarians, like RIP Yinka will say, work day. That's his message. I mean, he was actually being nice to say, create lasting change. I'm sure if he had his way, his message would have been work day, because that is the message he's passing along everywhere he goes. There is a lot of work to be done. Let us not just, dance around in the euphoria that we have produced an African president. So what? We've produced a Nigerian president. So what? We should begin to think about the difference we'll make in that production. How will Rotary be post 2027 June? Will Rotary remain the same? Will membership grow? Will the Rotary Foundation grow? Will the caliber, the kind of projects that we are going to touch, will it go beyond? I listen to Woni Koko. Everything he wants to do, discipline. Oh, we do discipline the way we do things. So many things. What you do in the Rotary Foundation, what you do in membership and all that. Come June 2027, what will be the result? So we are writing the book now. We are creating the roadmap now. This is the time for us to create it. I really don't envy us. Don't misunderstand me. There's a lot of work that we need to be done. For your district, I've said it to DG Princess. I've also said it to my brother. Your district, this is a family meeting, so permit me to say it the way I feel. You have a lot of work to do. You sit in the corridor of power. You sit in power. There is something you are not doing well. Your foundation has never really been it. I'm not saying bring your money. I'm saying find the right words to talk to the right people about bringing to the Rotary Foundation. In my place, they say, Imam Bo Benye Bola Mus. You cannot be poor and you are a witch at the same time. So you can't give. You don't know how to raise money. It's bad enough that you don't have money, but that you don't know how to raise money is a curse. So begin to learn how to approach people for the right reasons to give money. Go and study what the Rotary Foundation has done since 1917. Arm yourself with that knowledge so that when you meet the people in government, people in House of Assembly, senators, legislators, company owners, chairmen of companies, you will have what to tell them. Try to tell them this story about a big man who wants to build a house to celebrate his mother's passing. This is vanity. Offer them an opportunity while their mothers, their fathers, their children, and even themselves are alive. Offer them an opportunity to use their own hands and write their names in the sands of time. Owonikoko didn't tell you that his classmates, I don't know, he's not your age mate, but your classmates, who was in Orlando, a district governor elect from India, has donated and pledged $50 million to the Rotary Foundation. People didn't clap. It's part of which $50 million. What that means is Dakoju's district before 1st July 2026 is already rich in the foundation with $50 million. Not his district, not India, one individual. There are a lot of Dakojus in the street of Abuja. They don't even know what to do with money. They don't know what to do with money. Somebody told me yesterday that in some clubs in Abuja, they take Domprion, open them, put them in a bucket, and use them and wash hands. Nadi and Victor, is it correct? Austin told me that yesterday, that in some clubs, some big boys, I don't know how they made their money anyway, they open Domprion and use it and wash their hands. Princess, did you say yes? Yes. No, so that is the truth. If you know how much one bottle of Domprion, that is a bottle, but I understand that they take bottles, pour it in a bucket, and use it to do water. So the guy also told me that in this town, some guy does some kind of business, and he just makes 50 billion, and he meets two girls in a lounge and give them 5 million to go and buy cars in one night. I don't know how they made the money, but I'm sure that for those who make their money genuinely, meet them with the real value proposition. Talk to them about writing their names in history. Uluma, you will notice that after the last test where I was telling the guy to talk to me, he realized that he has not responded, because I'm sure I've offended him. I'm sure he's somewhere blank, or he's thinking, or he's beginning. Probably when he said he was going to build a house, he felt he was going to impress me. But he can't impress me with it. The only way you can impress me, all of you here, is that when I check your foundation giving, it's high. Anything lower than that cannot impress me now. They're all imaginary. They are very, I want to do they're fleeting. They are transitory. Everything will pass. What will remain is you'll be known for what you've done. What you've done, and Rotary has given you that privilege. It's an opportunity to actually be the right person. So my dear friends, relax in this lovely environment. I really don't care if I've bored you, but I've actually given you an opportunity to have a rethink. It doesn't come all the time. I don't know what was in your mind when you walked in here, but please do have a rethink about your Rotary involvement and your Rotary membership. This is one good opportunity for you to be who God created you to be. And I want you to seize that. If you have not started doing that already, to put your name by yourself in the sands of time. If you have money now, put it right. If you are not putting it in the Rotary Foundation, find a good club with meaningful projects and partner with them and do those projects. So that when you go to bed, you go to bed knowing that you have made the right impact in the world. Thank you so much for having me. I'll be with you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, our trustee. Nigeria is blessed with a lot of international representatives. Thank you so much for that wonderful, inspiring note. Thank you so much. DTLS.
Okay. Please, the session now stands. We now start the session now. Let's take the first topic. Before then, yes, we are ready.
Sorry, for public image purposes, we've been advised to lower our bags and other things aside from water that is on the table. We should lower our bags. You can have your program on the table, but bags, please, kindly lower it. Thank you. Being an assistant governor will be the first.
So, before my topic, I want to spend like 1 minute and talk about Rotary protocol. Every Rotary gathering is an opportunity for us to learn 1 or 2 things regarding Rotary. I realize that so many people, including the top leaders, model up the Rotary protocol, and Rotary is very serious about its protocol. Rotary protocol. Somebody again. Okay, please let us concentrate. We have lost so much time. Please, if you keep here till 7 o'clock, you will complain. So please. Can do that. Okay, maybe I should start with my topic. Then, as I'm ending, I'll talk about Rotary protocol. It's very important. Let me recognize the DC governor and the trustee chair, who is trustee Ijoma, who is just working out. And my pleasure to recognize the past governors, starting with PDG Savi, then PDG Gordon Nadine, then the governor-elect, Sikiru, Governor nominee Chijoke, fellow Rotarians. The topic is being an assistant governor. Being an assistant governor. Now, how many of you are currently serving as AGs? Please do not be distracted. This is the reason why we are here. The other ones are just to spice them up. How many of you are currently serving as AGs? Let me see your hands up if you're a current assistant governor. I can't see too many hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Less than 20? Okay. My understanding is that everyone in this room, or at least majority, are either serving or will be serving next 3 years. Is that correct? And then the district officers, is it? Okay, very good. How many of you are about serving for the first time as AGs? First time. Very good. Well, congratulations to both the new and returning assistant governors. For you to be returned means that you likely did well, or you're likely doing well this 3 year, or your first appointment you did very well. Now, these are the resources available to you as an assistant governor. Basic courses in the Learning Center. How many of you have read these basic courses? Assistant Governor Basics is a course in the Learning Center. How many of you have gone through it? Assistant Governor basics, is a course in learning center. How many of us haven't had the opportunity to go through it? Very good. It's good to be sincere about this. This is very important. Luckily, you have at least 4 more months before, or 3 months before you start work. So this will take you just few hours, 1 day, 2 days, and for you to make a very good assistant governor, it's highly recommended that you go through this resource. Now, what are the major roles of an assistant governor? Please, we need to move with time. We've lost so much time. Major role of assistant governor. There are microphones in front of you. If you want to speak, just raise your hand, I recognize you. Then you press the button from here, 1, 2, 3, the middle button, then you can speak. What are the major roles of an assistant governor? Any volunteer? Look, I came here to learn from you. So if you're not speaking, you will not learn, I will not learn. I came to learn from you. What are the major roles of, but some of you are assistant governors, so you know, and so many of you, I can see so many past assistant governors here.
It's to mediate between clubs and the district governor.
To do what?
To mediate between clubs and the district governor.
Very good. Do you agree with him? Any hon? But that cannot be the only. He said roles, not role. He said major roles, not role. It's a plural. Major roles. Any other one? Yes, please. President. You didn't use your microphone. It's not coming on. Use your neighbors, please. That's why you have to be in good terms with your neighbor always. As we're trying to get technology to work, let me recognize the DRI in our midst. DRI, you're recognized. Yes, thank you very much. Any other one? Thank you. Any other one? Major roles of AGs. Can we see our slide, please? Major roles of assistant governors. 5 seconds so that the slide can come on. 1, somebody should read what is in number 1. Somebody has said that, yes? Number 2, use your microphone if you want to speak, please. Number 3, what do you mean by PE?
President-elect.
Very good. Number 1 is simple. Who can explain what you mean by number 2? Yes, please. Use your microphone. Press the middle. Yes.
Okay. The assistant governor is expected to create bond with the president and the incoming board to get to know what their problem is and how to improve on it and help them to take the club to a higher level.
Very good. To build relationships. I should have underlined build relationships. It's very important. Because it's only when you create that awareness, you create the bond, the friendship, that your work will be made easy. Number 4. Someone should read number 4.
Number 4. You don't
use Rotary Club Central to monitor goals. Is there anybody who does not know the meaning of Rotary Club Central here? Who can tell us what and what is obtainable in the Rotary Club Central? Or what you can do in the Rotary Club Central?
Set goals.
Very good, very good, very good. To set goals, first and foremost. And monitor. Always use your microphone, madam. Please. Thank you very much. Number 5.
Number 5.
Yes.
My name is Amobitobechukwogu.
Okay, thank you very much for introducing yourself. Let's read out number 5 for us.
Work with other district leaders.
Who are the district leaders?
Thank you.
Another person, who are the district leaders?
Okay, no be mistake.
Who are the other district leaders? Committee members, okay? Committee members, yes. Another one. Unfortunately, a lot of you will not be here tomorrow. It's only the stand governors that participate in the first session tomorrow. That's where we dwell so much on DC leaders. You should know who the DC leaders are, man. Come on. You know who the DC leaders are. Who are the DC leaders? Let's move. Let's make progress. DC governor, very good. This secretary, this governor-elect, past governors, very good. Very, very good. Number 6. These are roles of assistant governors. So number 6.
Promote attendance at district events.
So if the club you're supervising are not participating actively at district events, what does that tell us?
You're not working.
Now you talk no be me talk You're not a performing AG. Yeah? Whatever it will take you to achieve attendance at these events by the clubs you're supervising, please make sure it is done, because this is your role. I didn't make this up. It's Roach International that gave it to us. Assistant governor is to help promote attendance at district events. Which is the first major district event that will happen after this?
The district conference.
After that?
Investiture.
Thank you. So let's take some discussion questions. We are now in discussion questions. What do you think will be your biggest challenge next year? I want this from somebody who is going to serve the first time next year. What do you think will be your biggest challenge? Yeah? If you're going to serve for the first time next year, what do you think will be your biggest challenge?
Getting the cooperation of clubs.
Getting the
cooperation of clubs.
Getting
cooperation from clubs.
Cooperation from clubs, club president and co. How can that be surmounted? Use your microphone, please. Middle one.
Hello. Okay, by identifying their strengths and weaknesses first.
Yes. Yes. How can that be surmounted? Yes. Please. By developing a relationship with the clubs. And that you are a friend. You're not an old headmaster. You're a friend. Very good. How will you now? Let me hear from serving AG. What do you think will be your biggest challenge next year? You have experience already. Serving AG. What do you think will be your biggest challenge? Use your microphone, please. Use that of your neighbor. All of them cannot be 40 at a time. I think there's something we are not getting right. Well, if you're not using yours, turn it off.
One of the challenges is to make clubs to pay their dues, both district dues and RI dues, because that is one of the challenges I'm having with the club and tobacco company.
It's on. I wanted to talk.
Turn off all the microphones if you're not speaking, please. The guy at the back of Iyokolo. Okay, very good. Yeah, you want to say something? Yes, use your microphone. Thank you.
Identifying clubs, identify and nurturing future club and district leaders.
Okay. Now, how will you support clubs differently based on their sizes? a club of less than 10, club of 50, the so-called mega clubs, 100 and above, are you going to, do you require similar, are you going to encounter similar challenges? No. So how are you going to support them based on their club? Let's start with the small size clubs, less than 10. How do you hope to support them as Assistant Governor? Yes, please. Yes. Use the microphone. Thank you. The people at the back will not hear you. So you can help them grow members by introducing new members. Is that it? Or prospers? Okay, very good. Very good. You need to work with them based on their strategic plan. Now, a mega club, if you are asked to go and supervise a mega club, how are you going to support them?
Understand what they have achieved so far based on their strategic plan, and no matter how big they are, how can they grow more above where they are? I mean, to achieve higher next Rotary year than what they have achieved this Rotary year, to maintain that standard.
Okay, thank you very much. It might interest you to know that, you talk, eh? It might interest you to know that some of the so-called mega clubs have 20% attendance, 30% attendance. If you're faced with such a challenge, what are you going to do? Yes, please, beginning.
Club with less attendance, mega clubs with less attendance is an indication that the programs that the president is running, they are not interesting. So the AG can sit with the president and come up with robust and interesting programs that will make it attractive for members to always turn up for each meeting.
Okay, very good. Yes, please. Thank you. Yes.
Given by Mr. Rotary Igini, we should also find a way of making a kind of a virtual meeting, because most of those members, due to classification, they were not able to be there physically. So making the president and other board members that virtual meeting is very important to add a membership so that everybody will be carried along.
Thank you. Thank you. Will it be out of place if you call for a special meeting of those who are not regulars, or pay them visits or call them on phone? Will it be out of place? Is it encouraged? Very good. Very, very good. So if you're faced with such a challenge, I expect you to call for special meetings, maybe semi-formal meetings. Somebody said there's nothing informal about Rotary, but certainly not in a regular meeting, maybe on a club assembly. You can pay them visits and stuff like that. And make sure you don't talk down on anybody. Those are the challenges. I can tell you that most of the mega clubs in this district, I don't know about other places, their attendance is very poor. Nobody should attend that, because ordinarily you should have 60% attendance in most Rotary clubs.
So, yes. So in my own opinion, I think part of it might be information dissemination. Most clubs have WhatsApp groups, but those WhatsApp groups are populated by other messages that allow the more important messages to slip off. It happens regularly in many big clubs.
Okay, if you are assigned to a club where they have one WhatsApp group and there are so many messages that are being sent there, what will be your advice to them?
To create a separate platform for phone
strictly,
or any other thing.
Another one for strictly Rotary business. Thank you very much. How can you help club leaders plan for the governor's visit?
By ensuring that they use the checklist to prepare for the visit.
Very good, very good. In an event where the governor didn't send a checklist across, what do you do?
Copy and paste of
make up a checklist. After all, for you to be an assistant governor, you are a past president.
Yes.
And a successful one in most cases. You have an idea. And somebody said, copy. If you copy positively, there's nothing wrong in that. Copy positively, yes. Very good. That is the current DC secretary speaking. Don't just assume that the governor-elect knows everything.
Her. Call her.
Don't assume that the governor-elect knows everything. That might just prompt them. They say, we have not really sent out this, and they now build one and send to other clubs. Don't just assume he's governor-elect, there's this secretary, they know it or no. So, okay, so if you use the checklist, if you just hand over the checklist to them, you go and buy your normal business, is that it? You need to keep on following up, working with them. Following up and working with them. Somebody said that if you want any job done, after delegating responsibilities, you go back and do it yourself. That's the only way it is done. But this is to call our attention to the fact that the governor must visit. It is statutory for a governor to visit. Yeah? And he's visiting a club, but it's part of the role of an assistant governor to ensure that that club is prepared. Prepared. If they have not paid their RI dues and DC dues, it's part of your responsibility to start pushing them. And most often, they don't pay because the members have not paid. So you see how you can communicate to members and say, please, President has not been able to send this money because many of you have not paid. Please, do something about it. How will you manage conflict between you and club leaders? Between you, the assistant governor, and club leaders. If there's any conflict, how are you going to manage it? I'm not talking about members of club. I'm talking about you, the organ, the supervising AG. Of course, you know there will be conflicts. How are you going to manage it? Yes.
Well, depending on what the issues are or what the issue is, I think you try to be the bigger person and, just calm down.
Diplomacy.
Yes. Diplomacy. And don't be the right person. Don't stand on your right.
Very good.
The Hausa expression, yes, shift ground. Shift ground.
Very good, very good. Any other suggestion? Thank you very much.
Yeah, sometimes, as she said, depends on the issues on ground. But sometimes some leaders from some clubs wouldn't want you to change some narratives of what is happening in the club, most especially when they are not getting it right. So when you come as an assistant governor, trying to put them to do the right thing, it becomes a problem. But as she said, I think one of the issues is use wisdom, understand their trends, because there are some clubs, they just want to maintain what they have been doing. There shouldn't be any change. Most especially when there is no positive outcome in what they do. They are not growing. So some persons are sitting on top of it, and if you try changing it, even a sitting president is a problem. So you as an assistant governor coming to change the narrative, it becomes a problem. So
thank you.
As an assistant governor, when you find yourself in this kind of situation, first of all, use wisdom, don't use force.
Thank you very much. And then there's the Rotary governance document to guide your actions. Rotary governance, there are the Rotary Constitution, Rotary Bylaw, Rotary International Bylaw, club constitutions, and then the Code of Policies, Rotary Code of Policies, Rotary Foundation Code of Policies. They cover virtually everything. Virtually everything. So if there's something the club is not getting right, and you quote this, say, please bring your own copy. Bring your own copy of this governance document. If they don't have, it's okay, let's get it right away from the website. They know that you didn't manufacture anyone. And bring it and show them diplomatically in a friendly tone. Everybody wants to do the right thing, but many people do not know the right thing. Most people want to do the right thing, but they don't know the right thing. So if you quote this governance document in a friendly tone, not that you're coming there to teach them like a headmaster, quote it in a very friendly tone, in a very diplomatic tone, most of the times you achieve results. But this is to point out the fact that there could be conflict between you and club leaders. Try to avoid it as much as is possible. Please, it's very, very important. And usually when you're diplomatic and when you show friendship, they know that you're their friend. That you come as a friend is usually avoided. Now, how can you identify and develop future leaders? I have just 5 more minutes. So, how can you identify and develop future leaders?
Through their engagements and their commitments to club activities, you would be able to recognize that
Very good. Very good. So This is to point out to you that it is your responsibility too to identify future leaders in any club. You don't expect the governor-elect or governor nominee to know everybody. No, they cannot know everybody. In most cases, if the assistant governor is sincere, they'll be the ones recommending future leaders to incoming district officers, district leaders, incoming governor nominee and co. I've discovered this person. He is very good in this club with finances. He is very punctual. He knows how to take down minutes properly. He is very humane. She is a very nice lady. She doesn't insult people in the club. She's an incoming president to a past president. She has never held any positions at district level because she has not been nominated, nothing more, nothing less. So this tells us that it is part of your responsibility to identify future leaders in the clubs, but please do it sincerely. Do it sincerely. How do you plan to follow up with clubs about their progress?
With what is on their HRI portal by helping them to set up goals and monitor periodically what has been achieved and what can be improved on, sir.
Very good. And just know that once the governor informs Rotary that you're sponsoring a particular club, you will have access to their club's central. You can access their portal and check certain things as an assistant governor, even though you're not a member of that club. Yes, you can. You can see the goals they set and how they are doing. How they are, like with membership, once they are bringing in members, it will be showing that as long as they are reporting the members. So some people will take members and they don't report them for reasons best known to them. But once they are reported or they are given to foundation, if they set those goals and when members contribute money, it is reported to Rotary Foundation. It will be showing the club central. So you can, and you as assistant governor will have access to that club's portal to monitor these things. And it should be done regularly, at least once in a month. Because 1 year, before if you just snap your eyes, it's come and gone. How often are you required to visit the club that you are supervising?
Quarterly.
Minimum. Quarterly, is it every 3 months?
3 months.
That is minimum. Hmm?
Yes, minimum.
Ordinarily, what should it be? This is the minimum. Once in a month is recommended, yes. Yeah, the Rotary says minimum of once in 3 months. But we say because we have a lot of weak clubs and we don't have so much challenge here, I'm not sure they'll ask an assistant governor here to go and supervise a club in Jos. So you're in Abuja, you're supervising a club in Abuja. It won't be so difficult visiting those clubs. Do we have any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes. I have 2 minutes, just okay. 2 more minutes.
I don't know. For the first time, after going on the portal to do the course, that was when I realized that these AGs are actually supposed to put president through with their goals, and which is something, even as a president, I didn't even have anybody to help. I had to ask for help myself. So the courses, I don't know what is happening. If only AGs are obtaining what those courses lined up for them, I think clubs will be doing better. So there is need to make sure AGs follow the training that they have been given in helping clubs to perform better.
Are you a sitting assistant governor or incoming?
Incoming.
Incoming. Okay. By this time next Rotary year, I'll be on the lookout for the award you will get. Yes. I'm sure that you're going to get a very good award at the end of the day. You know. So what's the takeaway from her message? That you need to go to the portal and educate yourself. Now, within 30 seconds, let me talk about Rotary protocol because many of us model it up. Protocol depends on the event. If you are on an international event, Rotary International, the first person to recognize is the RI president. After that, you go to past presidents before the incoming presidents. That is the protocol. In any gathering, you take the present, you go to past before you go to the incoming. Even very senior Rotarians make this mistake. That is for a Rotary International event. If it's a district event, even if the RI president is seated there, who do you take first?
The
district governor. once you recognize the presence of the district governor, because it's a district event, you now go up and start with the highest. You understand? So if trustee chair were here, after taking the governor, we now recognize trustee chair before coming down. If it's a club event, even if the RI president is there, the district governor is there, who do you take first?
President.
The president. After that, past president of the clubs? No, very good. Thank you. You now go to the highest. So see, this is a district event. The first person we should recognize is the district governor. Assuming the trustee chair is not there, who will be the next people to recognize? Past governors, very good. But many of us will go to the future. It's understandable, but this is not Rotary protocol. Yeah? So it's very, very important. Rotary protocol is very, very important. Not because you don't know where you find yourself tomorrow. Yeah? Take the present, depending on the level, then go to the highest and start. And at the highest, take the present, the past, and the incoming. Then come down. Take the present, the past, and the incoming. Then come down. Take the present, the past, and the incoming. I'll find a way of sharing the Rotary protocol because there are regional leaders, there are district secretaries, and there's a way to recognize all of them. Thank you very much for your attention. Okay, we'll have opportunity to take more questions. Let's take the next speaker. Who is the next speaker? Who? PDG Savi, please. What's the topic then? Being a district committee chair. We are ready for the next, eh?
The district governor, incoming district governor, past district governors, here present, district officers and district leaders. They are not district officers. Good afternoon. Or good morning, still morning. Honestly, when I looked at the whole and I looked at the quality of participants, I'm impressed with the selection the district governor has made. Looking at you, I hope I won't be disappointed by June 30, 2027. This particular session dwells on those of you who will be committee chairs. Just like the last speaker, my PDG Lord, did. I'm pretty sure some of you here have been past assistant governors, and some of you are serving assistant governors, and some are assistant or serving committee chairs. For those of you who are serving committee chairs, please be sure by raising your hands. Those who are serving committee chairs. Is there anyone here who has? What's your name? Yes. Igini, my brother, which committee are you chairing?
Rotary Action Group and fellowships.
Okay, great. Any other person here? I'm also happy that in this hall, we have those who will be serving as assistant governors and those who will be serving as chair, because there is a synergy between committee chairs and assistant governors, which has been very lacking in our district. And indeed, most districts in Nigeria. I've had the opportunity of talking in some other districts other than 9127. But I also want to mention about a drawback. That drawback stems from the fact that most of the committee chairs don't understand their rules at all. They don't even understand the sphere of operations their portfolio covers. An assistant governor has his functions related to the number of clubs he's serving. Whether it is 1 club or 5 clubs, that is where you operate. But a committee chair of a district is district-wide. But most times, the chairs localize the activities. Most of the chairs don't even have committee members. It's a committee. You're only the chair. Therefore, we must have to start correcting this. And I'm also elated when I listened to the goals set up by the district governor. He's a district governor, as far as we are concerned here, that it's not going to be business as usual. You're not going to take these positions and go and pocket them and wait for 12 months to come. Then you now start answering past assistant governor or past district chair. Work day, according to Vic. We must do that work. And I'm going to assist my governor to make sure that you comply. What are we supposed to do? For the next Rotary year, we have only about 2, 3, 4 district committees that should handle projects. But you have, what are you seeing now? In most places, not just limited here. We see every committee chair trying to do something. They will print T-shirts, sell wrappers. I single out one. It may not be in this district. Oh, you met somebody, chair of women in Rotary, and you try to organize August meeting, all in the name of trying to do a project. Committee chairs have their rules. And as we go forth, we are going to understand what those rules are. For this session, we have our learning objectives. After this session, we should take away the following. You should decide and understand your rules and responsibilities as district chair. And you should also determine how you will work with your committee to support clubs and district in increasing our impact, expanding our reach, and enhancing participants' engagement and increasing our ability to adapt. These are the action points. If you are not doing this, if you are not running a committee where you are going to be chairing, if you are not going to impact on all the clubs in the district, then you are not a committee chair. Take for example, we have 16 states now. You are covering all those 16 states. And you have your area of concentration, unlike the assistant governor. And that is why Rotary International has defined some core committees and also have allowed district governors to create more to add to those based on what he or she wants to achieve. The district committees we have, of course, we have the membership committee. Take, for example, if you're a membership committee chair and you're living in Abuja and you don't have a committee, how would you reach out to clubs in Plateau, clubs in Kano, and all those other things? We have Rotary Foundation committee chair. Some of the committees, some of you may know all of them. Public Image Committee, Learning Facilitation Committee, Finance Committee, Conference Committee, International Convention, Nominating Committee, Friendship Exchange, Council on Legislation, and so on. So there are so many of them. So, before I go, this talk, our discussion today has to be very interactive. But I'm just giving you the basics so that by the time we start interacting, we should be able to have the basis. What are your rules as committee chair? Your starting point is ensuring that you make sure you have committee members appointed in reference to the governor. Get your list or ask him to give you a list of committee members you are going to work with. Then after that, you set your goal, of course. And you must work with the entire district team. We are going to look at all these things one by one as to how to get them done. Now, having said all that, how do you relate with clubs? A club that has a president and has an assistant governor. Should there be a clash? There shouldn't be a clash. You are not supposed to be going there to do things other than that your area of concentration. Again, I give you an example. If you are the chair of literacy and education, your relationship with every club in the district has to do with just that. Just that. You're not going to be supervised whether they are paying their dues or so. That's the work of the assistant governor. And how will you do that? Churning out policies. When you churn out policies that will be impactful, that would create lasting change, you pass them on to clubs. Through those clubs' chair, because they must also have, they have committee chairs at club levels, isn't it? True or false? Yes. So you may have a comparable club, a committee in the club. You oversee club activities and decide which club to work with and contact the club committee chair. You might, when you are the membership chair, for example, and every month the Rotary Regional Coordinator publishes the status of every club, every district. You as the membership chair will look at the clubs in your district. If you see those that are ailing, you take a phone and call the governor, the president, and say you want to talk to so and so. Find out why they are so low in membership. You can generate that call. The president of that club can also generate a call to say, please come and help us. It mustn't be only in membership. That is how to work. So for the comfort of your place, you can administer all the clubs in the district. So your committee is the key resource to clubs. And whatever they require from your committee, they can ask you. The assistant governor also supervising them may go, committee chair, my club is low on membership, low on foundation for District Rotary Foundation chair. Please, what can we do? Come to our club and help us. I will talk to the president. That is that synergy between the assistant governor and the district committee chair. You must ensure in delivering your deliverables, ensure that RI policies and action plans are complied with. There must be compliance with RI policies. And mind you also, the district governor has come up with his goal. For every of those areas that concern you, you must run with those goals. If a district governor says, this Rotary year, I'm going to increase membership by 600 members, you, as the committee chair for membership, will sit down and find out how can we apportion this to each of the clubs. Which club will give me 10 members? How do we raise 20 members? In order to aggregate to a minimum of 6. Now, a minimum. His goal is, that goal is a minimum. I want 600. The district governor can also say, I want this year to raise $500,000 from foundation. The chair of the foundation will go to town and think and come out with policies, programs, and run with it. If, as a chair for education, in charge of literacy and education, and you have access to having about, you looked at the district and you feel that in schools, for example, they don't have furniture, and you have access to produce 1,000 furniture. Should you now set up a program where you say, I'm having a project as a club, as a committee, that I'm going to distribute 1,000 chairs? No. If you do so, you're going to limit it to where you're staying. What you will now do is that you will now say, I have 1,000 chairs, clubs, all over the district. These are the criteria. If you qualify, come and take 100 chairs or desks. What I'm trying to say is that do not carry out projects, but create projects and allow clubs to own them. Everybody wants to do mushrooming of projects in the way of club projects. You raise 500,000 naira, use 200,000 to buy exercise books or toilet roll, and use the other 300 to do entertainment and all that. That is not so. If you raise 500,000, call clubs to say, please, augment. If you raise so and so, out of my 500, I'll give you 100,000. You can distribute it to among 5 clubs based on the established criteria as well. As committee chairs, we should ensure membership growth. It's for everybody, not just left for membership chair. The president of the governors has said it. It is not only the membership chair or the president that should bring members. If each one brings one, we are going to increase. Promote and manage the Rotary Foundation. Generally delegate tasks to help manage your time and priorities. If you stand alone, if you just a stand-alone committee, you are the chair, you are the member, you cannot reach far. But if you have created a viable committee with viable members, you delegate to them. In each state, in each zone, you should have members drawn from them to populate your committee, so that whatever you are doing would reach out to the entire district. And of course, you also develop association. Some committees also have 3-year tenure. Something like a membership committee has 3-year tenure, foundation has 3-year tenure, and so 1 or 2 others. So you must have to work with the DGE, and the DGM to ensure that you have a sustainable goal that will impact their years. And even after your own year, you also hand over to the person who is going to succeed. So you have to work with the DGE, DGN, and the assistant governors. Now, there are also some things that committee chairs do. You know, you are on the Rotary International portal. You get some privileged information. Do you share those information to clubs? Because you're supposed to share information that pertain to you, to clubs, to club presidents. Even though some of these days too, presidents get information, they don't even communicate to their members. Some of these things have got to stop. Share information. As a chair, it is not only the assistant governor or the president. If in your own sphere of operation, a certain club in Damaturu has achieved a success, take it up and share the club's success story so that it can encourage others. As the chair, what are your duties? These are your roles. What are your duties? As the chair, you are an administrator. You report to district leadership and Rotary International and coordinate assistant governors and your committee. So for that thing you are doing, there's a reporting line between you and Rotary International. If the chair of this DEI, they have changed it now, isn't it, got it of me, because I challenged DEI during the last council on legislation. So they removed certain things I challenged and renamed it. But even though it's still there. But what I'm trying to say is that you have a reporting line. As chair the name has been tweaked a bit. Yeah, I'll get it, but it used to be diversity, equity, and inclusion. You must report to the Rotary International, the person coordinating at the Rotary International level. You must relate that with the district and with the clubs under you. You must be a leader. Advocacy is your main function. Then you communicate that your advocacy and motivate clubs, motivate, organize, and recognize them to achieve more. And you must be a trainer. You must be an educator and prepare your, they say communities, it's not communities, committees, to also work with you in synergy. I was talking about appointing committees. What are the things you consider? Are you just populating your committee with friends just because they are friends? If you do so, you will have a committee that will not be effective, that will not help you. There are certain things you must look out for when you are trying to appoint your committee members. Good communication skills. That person must have good Rotary knowledge, because what he is going to communicate should not run counter to Rotary rules and regulations, Rotary constitution, and all that. And besides, there are some committee members you are taking just because they have specific knowledge relevant to your committee. DJ, I don't know, do you want to have women in Rotary committee?
No, sir.
Personally, yeah. No, it's true. Let me tell you why. I know I brought it up.
No uniform.
Yes, I know why I brought it up, and let me tell you why. During my year, I refused having it. And PDG Majiabe supported me 1,000 times. Remember, he was the person who proposed it at who proposed women coming into Rotary at the Council on Legislation. And when they came in, they started forming it. Why are you now forming it? Jones became a right president, not through women mobilization, not through women association. Our own Joy is currently a district governor. There's no women pressure group that made that possible. So why are you doing that now? I will want to see more of Rotary in women than women in Rotary. How many women have you, fellow women have you brought? That is Rotary in women. What your lifestyle, how has it been encouraging to your fellow women to join? That is Rotary in women. Besides, diversity, equity, and inclusion has also even removed that entirely. So let us do Rotary like Rotarians. And if you start doing that, men will now also form men in Rotary. But that is a topic for another day. So, but what I'm trying to say in effect is that we should have relevant people with relevant knowledge that help your committee. Even if it is women in Rotary, let us get women who will not ask you to sew uniform or sew wrapper and you wear for August meeting. Who will help you bring in more women? Bring up policies that will encourage, the women will say, we must belong to this place. Then passion. You must be passionate in all you are doing. You must also bring members who are passionate, who are creative. That you are chair doesn't mean that you should know it all. So that is how to populate your committee. I'm reading generally. I will ask questions. I will ask you questions and you ask me. But what do you need to excel? The resources you need to excel. Lead your district chair, you can find. You have the manual of procedures and bylaws that even the Rotary Code of Policies is even will expatiate more on your rules. Tell you how to do things. And Rotary, if you are a committee chair working with a club that has done a project in your own area, you should be concerned as to whether they have posted it on the showcase, Rotary showcase. what do you call it now? It's now Rotary Service Center. That is where you now post your club's projects. I can also go there to get ideas and create your own projects. That's why it's no more related to showcase. It's a service center down. Project service center. The Omnibus Learning Center is one place that maybe I will still have time to talk about resources in my next lecture, but let me just run it down. You know, when you go to the Learning Center, there are more than 600 courses that you can take from the comfort of your bedroom, from your chair, and you get even certification. Then you have the branch center, regional coordinators idea for you. Do you know who we call regional coordinators? Do you know of any regional coordinator? Please, I want to answer. Regional coordinators, do you know who they are? You have regional coordinators for various things, just like you, the committee chair, at the regional level and even at the zonal level as well. For example, you have the regional foundation coordinator. We have the Rotary coordinator himself, who now is in charge of membership and all that. These are resources you can draw from if you run into murky waters. Zonal coordinators. Then the Rotary Foundation cadre of technical advisors. You also have some other things like the district planning guide, district committee basics, just like you have assistant governor basics, and Rotary action plan and district leadership plan. Now, having said all these, I want somebody who has been you've been a committee chair. Can you tell us how you worked in the past with your committee?
Yeah, I was, in the past I've been chair membership, district chair membership. Okay. And the very first thing I did was to identify who my regional coordinator was. I think then it was Obafunsho Ogunke. And we had training for myself and then members of the committee, which was sponsored by RI. He arranged for that training. And after that, we now went into action, have a WhatsApp group, and from time to time, RI sends me membership leads. And these membership leads indicate members who want to join Rotary and are in my district. So my own function is now to look for the closest club to them, call the president of such clubs, and tell them, you have a lead, work on it. And I also try to follow up on such leads to be sure that at the end of the day, they do the needful in making sure that person eventually joins the club. That's one. The one I'm currently on now is a Rotary Action Group for fellowships and for action groups and fellowships. I'm the current chair. In fact, one of the things that kept me in Rotary is the Fellowship of Chess Playing Rotarians. Joined in Calgary in 1996. And the opportunity had been very interesting, having to meet people who we play chess with all over the world. And when I was now made the chairman of this committee, as much as from time to time I try to send in publications concerning action groups and how to join on district and zonal WhatsApp groups. For certain reasons, I've not had chance to even maybe participate in certain meeting some clubs outside Kano to be able to, for health reasons, to be able to like tell them about action groups and what they stand for. Same thing for recreational fellowships. Most people don't even know that, look, this is another way of making friends based on what you like doing in your recreation. For those who play golf, I know they play golf all around the country and all around the world. Exotic places like Morocco, South Africa, Zanzibar, they've all gone there playing golf. For our chess, we always meet at the annual convention. There's always a chess booth, and if you need to see me, that's one easy place to locate me at any convention. So the idea is, look, there are other things that join us together outside what made us come into Rotary. We should explore those things and then benefit from it, and our Rotary activities will be stronger. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, in his speaking, he mentioned about leads, membership leads. They're very, very correct. For anybody who will be made, or who, I think the DMC has been appointed also. Who is the DMC? This is the membership chair.
Actually, there is a correct DMC, which by our standard, by next Rotary year, we are going to change.
Okay.
So there's a communication on that effect.
No problem. Okay, so whoever that to be, please, it is very important. The membership leads, most of us have not been making use of it, even as district membership chairs. It is one veritable source of increasing the membership of the district. Because if we go to the Rotary portals, you have they want to join Rotary and all that, and it's the duty of the DMC to get all those things and then decide on where to distribute it to whichever club that will need them or they will want, that will fit them. So please, it's very important for whoever that will be there. I've taken my time to read out the rules of committee chairs. Now I ask you, please, I want somebody to volunteer and answer. How will you work with the governor and assistant governor to support clubs in achieving their goals in 2026-2027 Rotary year? If you are made a chairman, can somebody volunteer and answer? Based on what you have gone through now, how would you work?
It is, for me, I think, aside from setting your clear...
Yeah, your name and your club, please.
Okay. My name is Michael Oyewole from the Rotary Club of Justin City. For me, I think first thing first is to, as a committee chair, to align your plans with the goals of the district and have a clear communication at all points with whatever steps or action you are taking the district structures from the club,
that's one thing that one. Yes, so
in having clear communication, it makes it more easier and it helps you in achieving your goals.
Okay, that is one area. You have to think about that, how to work. Now, I've said it before. You must always be in touch to make sure that, first of all, you are running the stage and you get to your community. What is your subject area? You're not supposed to do everything. Run with it and run also, work with the assistant governors, make sure they invited with him with regard to that club work. Because he is the owner represents the district at the clubs. Not you. But he has to, the club, the assistant the president must have ensured that policy that you have come out as the committee chair and as an approved by the district is implemented in that country. Yeah. Your name? No, don't need to sit down and play birthday.
Like you said, you must have your committee. So, is the person not to have your committee and set goal with them? Because who are you setting goal with them? And then you have to set the goal with your committee member before presenting to the district.
That's what I'm talking about implementation now. Having to come up with a goal, if the governor has approved, how do you work with it? Because that was your work, the governor, isn't it? As a committee, how do you now work with the assembly?
Come up with a goal which the governor has approved. How do you work with? Because at that point you have worked with the governor as a committee. How do you now work with the assembly?
Now, let me also ask you, somebody else should also volunteer. In short, what are the challenges in the first ministry in the future?
Now, let me also ask you, somebody who is also volunteering.
What are the challenges
What are the challenges
in the
yes,
face
please say.
in your role as a teacher?
What are the challenges
Can anybody volunteer
in your role as committee
okay.
chair?
Then, ladies. Yes, my name is Dr. Asante. I'm from
Can
the
anybody
Logical
volunteer
Capital
as
Assurance. Some of the challenges are mainly uh, commitment from other members of the committee. Because when you have a plan, which was approved by the district government and the AG, and the committee members are not helping because you cannot be everywhere. Definitely, there's a responsibility share among all the committee members. But commitment from other committee members not coming up is according to most of that is what contributing will be, and most maybe financially and other aspects of it. Okay, let's move to the next level. You have the committee, but the committee members are all could be they are working alone. You suppose the fact that you also you are a committee chair and you are part of the committee and you are
You have
working
a
alone.
committee, but the committee
So
members are
how
all
would
could be
you
they are working alone.
manage your workload
It's supposing
if
to
you
the
don't
fact
have a
that you
committee
also you are a
or the
committee
committee
chair and you
members
have not formed
are
a
not
committee
working
and you are
alone?
working alone.
Yeah.
So how would
I
you
think when you find yourself in such
manage your
situation,
workload
sorry, my name is Victoria.
if you don't have a committee?
When you find yourself in such situation, probably you have set up your committee within the other zones, because ordinarily as a committee chair, the first thing you do is to set up the committees of other zones within the districts. Now, if they are not cooperating, I think within your first quarter, they are not coming. Quickly, we strategize your step. And again, you have to also reach out to all the assistant governors within those zones. Not only the assistant governor from your main states, or maybe if you're in Abuja. Now to all these other zones, engage the assistant governors and let them know that these other appointees who supposed to be the rep of the appointees are not forthcoming. And if after exploring that still the same thing is happening, then you can change them. You can change
I want to get.
Sorry?
One of the simplest, the easiest thing to do is that if anybody is not working with you, just to give the district governor the network so can change all of the movement and you can change the state. Okay, that's great.
For me, there's a gap, and the gap exists in the unavailability of information. Some of the district chairs don't even have information about who the AGs are. So how do you even get the kind of information that you require to set up a committee? And we do not have a directory that is available at the beginning of the rookie year to enable chairs to put up this committee. So when you say that you cannot have a committee with just your friends, you may end up with a committee with only Rotarians you know. And the district is very huge and it increases by the day. And there are very active Rotarians that exist outside the periphery of your knowledge. So probably the district may have to help committee chairs with 2 or 3 contacts from certain places or across the district to enable their work to be efficient and effective. Because if you don't have information, there's no way you can work. And I cannot sit in Abuja, not knowing Rotarians in Kano, or know the agents in Kano, expect them to help me out. So the issue of the directory becomes very important. I know it was something that the district was very particular about, years back, because now it doesn't exist anymore. So I think we should look at that, so that for people who attend this training, these are the ages, these are the district chairs, then you know where to go and look for help, so that you reduce the job of the district secretary, or maybe, stressing the DGA. Just the thought.
Okay, let me help you. After this training, I'm pretty sure the next couple of days or weeks, the visitor will assign portfolio to all of you. Your work starts the moment you get your training, not on July 1. And what will you do? You just to the district governor and say, district governor, this is my committee. Can you give me, or I want to have committee members? And that's the district governor will say, go and get people, I'll give one or two to populate it. You can also say, no, I'll give you all. Yeah, it has that enough to do everybody. But the truth is that if I like when you say you may not know everybody, because they are covering the entire district and then one location. But mind you again, there's a district secretary who has the email of every Rotarian, who has the phone number of every Rotarian in the district. So if you cannot, if you do not know anybody, you don't have anybody to break in Bauchi, ask the zonal coordinator in Bauchi. We have zonal coordinator in Bauchi, or the assistant zonal coordinator. Or if you ask one person, they might also end up giving you names of their friends. But you want honest solution. But again, by the time I mean, I was talking to this program, by the time you talk all this appointment, you can also have a WhatsApp platform that comprised of the chairs and the ages, so that you can know yourself. But again, what I'm saying, let's say that beyond having, in my year, I published a directory. How many Rotarians should go there? How many of them use the web to? So, not just having a director or drafting something that matters. It is the conscious effort of the occupant of that position to go the extra mile to ask questions, to get names, to recommendation, and all that.
My first governor, I may need to throw more light on this. Thank you very much for everything. Julia Thomas, like what I said during the speech, I'm not just reading that speech, I'm just doing it, and it's already happening. If you check as we sit down here today, which I think I will get which I'm interested to, and now the SCT had to bring up to speed with this and go to already every retailers information we have and to build the portal of species. So we can get anybody to the closure to this as we need there. So those videos will be directed anymore. And for every event, there will be an opportunity for you to get, for example, now the committee chair, and we have access to know who and when the events and the soul of the district to engage. We are bringing everything you need straight to you, unless you are not really ready to receive this program. You have access to information details. The area of somebody sitting on the information given to into the job as not on you. Every material have information to the so please be rest assured for you to populate your committee and not find the possibility of information so literally discriminate to self. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's not to say something. Sorry, can I add something?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, my DG. Another thing is to beg our district leaders to learn how to read.
Oh.
Yes, to read in the essence
Even when there is a platform where you publish information, when there is a directory, they have it right there in their bag, they will still be looking for this information outside. Thank you.
Thank you. I think my time is almost, I have only 5 minutes. I will ask questions, but I want to ask one question. Then I give the other minutes to ask this for general issues. Now, I want somebody to let us into how you, the tips for sharing your community. How would you want to share so that we can all learn? Now, you are the chair. What are the tips? How would you want to share your community? I thought about populating it now. The accident is that's how we share. It's very effective, impactful.
How would you want to cheer your committee? I thought about
Everybody was there, and yes, please, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I'm Michael Oyewole, Rotary Government Trustee City. First, the earlier training by Past District Governor gave an insight on the selection of your committee, who can communicate, who you can work with, and all of that. Then number two, it is important that in selecting your committee, you have those who you feel that you can have good and proper working relationship with. Number three, assign responsibilities to every member of your committee and follow up. Number four, at all levels of your committee, carry the governor along, get his buy-in, and more importantly, email all of the club. And finally, I want to say that the information you are looking for the area is on my Rotary platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, in addition, also have online meetings. Because all of you may not be in the same city. Please, let me know the right about those. You are right.
Thank you. So, and in addition, also
questions now, and I want to talk about two or three questions from the floor. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, sit down. Okay. You don't have the mobile.
Okay, go ahead. You can sit down. Okay. Go ahead. The microphone.
Thank you so much. Let me give you an example of what has happened in governance. Check the one where if they make a minister of labor, nobody wants to go there. Part of the minister of ministry. On the one minister came and can't finish for himself. And the place became a more filling place. After him, everybody wants to go to their minister of labor. There's no committee that's not useful in Rotary. But we only look at convention, conference, membership, and all those other things. That is why I have it on authority because I've had calls with the district governor that it's not going to be business as usual, even as a committee chair, committee member, the AG, because we are not performing. Yes, you are going to get your letter of appointment, but you are not going to get your letter of recommendation after this decision. So if there is a member who is not performing, please remove him. If you what they need is to give that authority to the person. Therefore, presidents who are not conforming, who will not want to take your instructions, it's for them. So long as what they are doing, what they are proposing, will be passed for, that club will perform. But not when you tell them to contribute money or to start buying your runner. for running your t-shirts.
that club will qualify. But not when it comes
No,
to contribute
thank
money
you very
to
much,
support
man.
the club or buying
Don't leave my
t-shirts.
voice, man. That's the you see, sorry, you see, we have been deliberate
Can you
Thank you very
repeat
much,
it
my
again?
Beni.
when we have been deliberate to what we do. For example, when the information was rolled out by the chairman, district levy committee 2 days ago that please come just to kill and see one person and be admiring that is chicane and call am himself. How am I there? Everybody should come at your best. Yes. Do you understand? It was a deliberate because we don't want to encourage uniform. But you are not aware of that. That's why we did not do t-shirts. No uniform. No wrapper. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much, man.
Thank you. Is it me or him?
Me. Okay, okay, so goodbye.
Okay. Thank you very much, DG and PDG Victor. I'm Gloria Thomas from the Rotary
Thank
Club
you.
of
Is it me or
Africa.
him? Me.
I appreciate the fact that the
Okay.
DGA
Thank you very
wants us to
much,
come looking our best.
DG and
Yes, Mom Jack has
PDG
showed
Victor.
us, and I will take this rest after this event. But I
I
also
appreciate
want
the
us
fact
to
that
please
the
appreciate the fact
DGA
that
wants us to come looking our
women,
best.
it took
Yes, I will
women a
take
lot to
this
get
rest
into
and
Rotary.
I will take
We
the
may have
rest
our
after this
challenges,
event.
we may have our
But I also
difficulties,
want us to
but if
please
there's
appreciate
anything
the
that
fact that
Rotary this district will ask, it shouldn't be
it
women
took
in
women a
Rotary.
lot to get into Rotary. We
Sorry,
may
I
have
didn't
our
do.
challenges.
I said
We
if
may
there's
have our
anything we're going to
difficulties.
ask,
But if there's
that
anything
is to
that
like
Rotary
kill
District will
and to
ask,
bring it
it
down or
shouldn't
to
be
make it
women in
look
Rotary.
not too very
Sorry, I
serious.
didn't get you.
It
I
should
said
be
if
it
there's
shouldn't be
anything
women
we're
in
going to
country.
ask,
We need all
that
the
is to
encouragement we
kill
can get.
and
And
to
because
bring
of
it
the
down,
sheer
to
volume
make it
of
look
women within this district, some
very
women feel
serious.
lost in the
It
crowd.
should be we should
And
know
women
that.
in Rotary gives them a
We need all
platform of
the
expression.
encouragement we can
So
get.
I think when
And because
we're
of the sheer
dealing
volume
with
of
the issues
women
of
within
women
this
in
district,
Rotary, we
some
should
women feel
tamper a
lost.
bit of justice with it. I know we
And
shouldn't
when
be
women gives
emotional,
them a
but we should
platform of
also
expression.
not make it
So I
look like
think
it's
when we are
very frivolous.
dealing with the issues of women
Thank
in
you so much.
Rotary,
Let
we
me add
should
one other
tamper a bit
point
of
of view
justice with it. I know we
of
shouldn't be
experience
emotional,
and
but we should
knowledge.
also not make it look like it's
There is a
very
lot of
frivolous.
Nigerian factors in
Thank you so much.
that
Let me add
women
also
voting.
from point of view
Nigerian
of
factors based on the fact that
experience and
everybody
knowledge.
has got it, do all those
There
things,
is a lot
backbite,
of
fight,
Nigerian factor
call themselves
that
them.
women in Rotary.
Yes,
Nigerian
that's
factor
true.
beyond
That's the
everybody.
truth. So we want to say
Even though
that
they have
let
got
us
it,
emphasize
they will
association of
still
women.
backbite,
Because
fight,
women did not
call
get where
themselves
they have
names.
gotten to
Just
through
yes, that's true. That's the truth.
action,
So
women action group.
let us
No,
emphasize association of women
ask John.
because women
She'll
did
tell
not
you,
get
ask
where
Jim
they have
again.
gotten to through
Of course, ask even
action
Trustee
group,
John.
women action group. No,
When I don't know there was no woman.
ask Joy.
But I enjoy it. I enjoy it
Ask
more
Joy.
than that because they are women. I like them too
Of
much.
course, ask Joy. Trustee Joy.
So, when I talk about my PRS, she knows I like women who were boys. I'm not against the women. That is them are gone. But let them not be all this formation. No, there's somebody that wanted to.
Thank you very much, my DG,
She
BDG.
knows I like women who were boys. I'm not against
I'm
women who
Dr.
were
Nassani
boys.
Sadako, Rotiba of Family, that's all right.
All this
My
formation.
question still
No,
goes with, as a
Thank you very
committee
much,
chair,
my
you see, some, at
PDG.
times, you have been given the privilege to
Dr.
choose
Nassani
those
Sadako for
that
Rotiba
need
of
you to
Family,
work
that's all
with you.
right. My question still
And
goes with,
for you to
as a committee chair,
achieve your
you see,
goals,
at
there's
times,
need for you
you
to
have been given the privilege to
make a
choose
better
those
choice within the Unitarians. So in a situation whereby maybe let me bring myself back to a floor. Maybe I could be a committee chair for a particular, maybe let's say the state of the law. And you decide to choose that Unitarians that are closer to you, maybe your friends, based on the principle that you believe with them and their support, maybe we can be able to achieve that particular goal. Also, is there anything bad in choosing maybe friends or maybe a clique that you believe you are working together? Not about. No, not about. Now, what I mean, don't look at
Sincerely speaking, you can choose those you think can work with.
Yes.
But you know that your committee goes across the entire district.
Yes.
So one of those things don't have friends. Won't you choose people from there?
That's what I'm saying, sir.
Yeah.
That is what I'm saying. So, is there anything bad in choosing, like, okay, maybe you go to a class, you believe you have okay, Gloria there, and you try to choose her based on personality.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Because some are looking at it that, no, we are all retainers, just choose your work. But I keep fighting that because they are not everybody, not everybody that will have that commitment, passion, teamwork, mentality that will help you to achieve that goal.
Okay, sorry, my time is up. I would have to take some more questions. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, sir. And I can see all smile, all the ladies in the house, they are so happy, all the ladies in the house, that PPG really loves you. So please, this is another round of applause. Thank you. People always have dreams, and people plan, work towards that dream and goal and vision. So I'm going to follow our rules. PDG, God did not give PhD MNI to talk to us about setting goals.
About setting goals.
Good afternoon. My name was supposed to have earlier and it's going. And first of all, this allow me to acknowledge District Secretary Designate. This is the first time we are meeting with the government. And despite the unhealthy situation, he's been more active than so many other players. Yeah, the setting goals. Yes, yeah, okay. So they have to play it from there. Yes, he was most outstanding president before. I appreciate you for what you do. I appreciate you for what you are still going to do because for DG to have chosen you, that means you do study. And when you informed me of that and said, oh, it's very good. Congratulations. And I know you're going to tell it. Now I'm going to go straight because we don't have too much of the time. Mine is setting goals. Setting goals, in fact, sitting down there, I thought that probably we have gone through this before going to the other work. Because if you really want, we are now districtually learning seminar. So it's a discipline. And that means we are all a team now, isn't it? And one person is the leader of that team. That's good. DD. So he invited me here because he wants to be part of this team. And if you are part of the team, that makes you a leader, isn't it? Now, if you are a leader, and that means you are getting into a new, even if you are going to AG before, probably you are going to be assigned a new block, a new responsibility. If you've been a chair, you have been a good person, and let's give you a new committee chair. What does that mean? It's a changing environment. Once you go into a new environment, what do you do?
Being a good person, you feel like
Hmm?
continue to learn. Once that
What
you
is
are
the
once
environment? That's the most important thing. Number one is what we call environmental planning. We talked about relationship with clubs. You will not have a problem with your club if you understudy that club, know how they will fare over the years, how they will perform. In fact, it will be more useful to them if you do your analysis very well. Now, there are so many ways to do analysis. You can use what? You can use testing, and for each one of them, the most important thing is this: getting information about those individuals. It's like even if you're a trader today, you decide you are now going to sell gold. You carry it from the battle, you get to you're going to find out who and who are selling it there and who help you sell it. So the first basic information will be what are the characteristics? Who is the president of the club? Who are members of the executive? What kind of persons are they? When you have done that, then it makes it easy for you when you are approaching the person for the first time. Aristotle said every time he meets a person for the first time, that's why his father taught him to always carry a pen and a piece of paper. He will write down his first impression of that person, so that the next time he meets you, he determines whether you are worth his time or not. So now, you are a leader. What makes you a leader is not that the title, it's not the position. So many people have been leaders and gone. Some of them you still don't think they are. So many people have been president and gone. And you still can't say one single thing that you achieved. In this 2 years alone, last week, the net gains of all the zones were published. And I think zone 22, only one district got a surplus net gain, and that's 914.
Okay.
What does that tell you? It's an end game. At least one thing they will teach you first is what is the end state. Now I'm driving you to the starting to where you're supposed to be. The end state will be at the end of all said and done. What you have achieved. You have been given appointments, some of you are cutting your letters, and you will become a leader. I can tell you today, so many of the presidents I work with, what I do. I can tell you the AGs who are very effective. When the questions were being asked by PDG and data Victor, they are how do you interact with those people and how do you match those things? Now, what makes you a leader? Number one, this is from Harvard Business School, is your vision. From day one, sit down and say, I've been doing this job. And how am I going to execute it? And how will I be held accountable, which is the final thing I'm going to come to. Clearly articulate where you are heading and inspire others to follow. Tell yourself, I'm going to help them raise, I'm going to talk about the attributes of your goals and targets. Before we get there, first of all, you have an idea of where you want to go and how you want to be. Okay? Number two is your actions. By the time you have determined your vision, what strategies are you going to use to implement them? Tell yourself, okay, now I have seen, even if they say it's a difficult person, don't assume. What somebody tells you about someone else, you don't mean how you feel that person. Because your relationship with that person may be a good thinker. Okay? Number three, Integrity.
to that person. Because
When you say something, do you really mean
that
it?
person may be a game changer.
Not because I really want to impress you and I make promises that I cannot keep.
When you say something,
And if you agree on something, keep to it. What they say here is maintain consistency between your words and actions.
something that cannot
You
keep.
must trust this fundamental.
When if you agree on something, keep to it.
Number 4 is your empathy.
What they say here is maintain consistency between your words and
How do
actions.
you react
So
to the personal issues of people around you?
number
Somebody is
4
ill,
is your empathy.
members of the court will not care. And you as AG, you will never visit the person and you never call.
Personal issue.
And you want that person to respect you as AG? No, they will not.
Never stop calling.
Simply not.
And
The
you
next
as
one
AG,
is your
you will never visit the
communication.
person and you never call.
How do you talk to
And you want
people?
that person to respect you
Do
as
you
AG.
talk down on people
No.
or do you discuss with people?
Simply not.
As AG, you can influence your
The next
president
one is
in
your
the way
communication.
you talk to him or her.
How you talk to him. Do you talk down on
They
him?
said with the right strategy, you can dine with the devil.
As AG, you can influence your president in a
Yeah, with the
way
right strategy, you
you
can.
can.
All you know is be careful, be wary.
They said with the right strategy, you can dine with the devil.
Be wary. So, you
Yeah, with the right
here is means
strategy,
you
all
understand
you know is be careful,
and
be
shaping
wary,
the feelings of others. How do they feel? Are they happy? Are they not happy?
be wary.
Why are they not happy?
So
If you have to make a move
here it
to
means you
change the
understand
situation, what will you
and
do?
shaping the feelings of others. How do they feel? Are they happy? Are they not
And
happy?
then
Why are
the
they not
word is
happy? If you want to
communication.
move
Communicating
to
well,
change the
communicating the
situation,
people around
what
you.
will you do?
Because if you do not communicate, nobody will come inside your way to know how
And
you
then
feel or what you
number
feel.
1 is communication.
Finally, which I mentioned earlier,
Because
accountability.
if you do not communicate, nobody will come inside your brain to know how you feel
If
or
you
what you feel.
want to Harvard Business School
Finally,
on leadership, is that major thing is title. And the title is that the title doesn't make you a leader. These are attributes that make you a leader.
Harvard Business School
These ones are not here.
on
Just
leadership
coming to
is
you
that the title
generally
doesn't tell you,
so
and the
that you
title is that the
understand
title doesn't make you a
what
leader.
you are up
These are
to.
the attributes that make you a
The
leader.
next one is
These ones are the things
how
that
do you
make you
sharpen
a
your
leader.
critical thinking when you're doing
So
this
that you
job?
understand what you are up to. The next one is
There are so many
how
rules
sharpen
you
your
could take,
critical
but
thinking
one of them is
in this job.
what we call 5 W's an age. And you can't overemphasize that word. I'm sure most of you know it.
There are so many rules
You
you
know the
could
5 W's
take,
an age?
but one of them
Okay,
is
give me
what we
one.
call the 5 W's and H, and you can't overemphasize it. I'm sure most of you know it. What are the
And
5 W's and H?
how? That's
Okay,
the
give me
example.
one.
When you decide what you intend to do, who are you dealing with?
And
Where are
how?
you
Are you
using
dealing
that to
with?
handle it? And how?
When you
When will
decide
you do
what you
that?
intend to do,
Why is it necessary?
who are you dealing with?
That takes you back to your
Where
mission.
you are dealing with?
And then finally, how will you
When
do
will you do that?
it? Now,
Why is it
goals
necessary?
are designed not accidental
And
at
then
all.
to your
Because
mission.
you tell yourself after you have done all of this I told you,
And then finally,
you now have to articulate. These are the things I need to do.
goals are designed not
But
accidental at all.
how do I go about it?
And
That
finally,
is where goal setting comes into place.
these are the things I need to do.
Goals will help you
But
set direction for where you
how
want to
do
go.
I go about it? That is where
And
setting
when
goals come
you
in.
do that and focus on it, it shows
When
everybody is carried
you
along
set
and everybody
goals
works into that game plan. And your goal
when
setting will now be
you do
aligned
that
with the mission
and focus on
and the
it,
action you take.
it shows
That was
everybody is
why I
carried
started with those
along
general
with
principles first.
that game plan.
And then
When your
finally
goal
you
setting
get
will now be
them
aligned
measured.
with the vision and the action you take. That was why I started with those general principles first.
Goal setting is a
And then
leadership
finally
responsibility.
you get them measured.
As a leader, it is your job. If you go and
Goal
discuss in
setting
the club
is a
and
leadership
say,
responsibility.
last year you were 25
As a leader,
And this year, our target is to double it, 50. That's it. You set the target for membership, didn't it? And then you check the other one is foundation. If you contributed only $5,000 for the whole club, that's of course we have one person to give $5,000. And you say, our next target is going to be that. And number one, if it is just your goal, it is not your goal. The goal has to be a shared vision. You have to carry people along. If you keep saying one thing about we want to do a certain stage, that is what it means. Share it, everybody knows it, members of the board will be part of it. Who owns the processes in the blocks in the president? In this case, DG, is in charge, he directs everybody here. And RI has a very strong resource for goal setting. This has been mentioned over and over. I won't go through it. My paper is about topic pages. So you are going to read it by yourself, not me. I'm going to talk generally. Yes. So the next thing is the Club Central is the official platform for you to do that. And most of the time, we don't do set the goals for only 1 year. This week we have our first one for creation. Yes, one for creation. And I think it's due for review this year. And after DG, you should ask yourself, where is your goals for the next week? And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you need to do is go through that, and as much as possible, continuity, new things will come up. We will be discussing about women in working here. I have my views about that, which I am not going to share with Savik. I know he likes women. I do too. But yes, but the issue here is that when you have your strategic plans, what are the major things that you look for? Okay, these are the ones I would like you to look at. Membership growth and retention, service participation. Service participation is critical. Because that is where every member of the club gets involved in. And it's driven by your vision as a leader. It's driven by your vision as assistant governor and chair. If you bring up good ideas and they are approved by the district, you follow. And like my president in my year, Jennifer Jones, always said, if it's not fun, it's not working. Let's make it fun. People have their views about it. But the thing is this, if you do not make the environment peaceful, happy, and welcoming, people will come. There are certain talks today that big people will not attend. Do you know why? By the time you attend your meeting, you become short. Our dressing is no longer necessary. It is not good. By the time you join us, if you are going for a meeting, you must dress very well. If you are dressed for traditional, you wear a cap. If you are well dressed in English suit, you must wear a cap. If you don't, the SAA visits you. So if you bring a legislator, a bank manager, who might join you, and he sees that everybody is dressed happily, the people will come back. The thing that people there are not serious. They are not people of this class. Alright? Now public image and engagement. That one I think now we are doing well. Not excellent, but we are doing well. Many clubs are communicating. If you go to the platforms, they are filled with our activities by local. It is very good. But again, there are also rules about project value. So people should know what and what they are supposed to do there.
Now, these are the strategic words that threaten clubs. Number one, when you have a strategic plan in place, you will work towards that. Everybody will be able towards achieving that. Number two, clear membership targets. Where do you want to go? Where we are before, where are we going now, and what would that be? I talked about the participation. The annual board has said, the quality for example, all of them foundation. The foundation giving. And then we get to keep in touch with what is happening in the local world. Now, we know that our district, zone 22 has not been divided into two. Are you aware of that? So, very soon we are not going to be going to South Africa anymore. We are not going to go into northern, we are doing Nigeria is separate with northern and western Africa. Yes, Africa Nigeria. Eastern Africa, South Africa will be going there anymore. So, your goals based on membership, active participation, and then foundation. That will determine where we go. Yeah. Okay. Now, official platform for planning is accessible by login. This ones people know about it already, and I'm not going to go into it. I've given you a few of these for those who want to do it. But like I said, just like PDG people said, the Arrive Training Center provides enormous resources for you to let everything you need. I am not against education around that. I tell you one thing, there's nothing that you cannot learn from the local center. And the only good thing about it is that you, after learning, you take the examination there and get your certification if it is approved. And for both of us, that's a way to go. Now, as a leader, what do you plan to do? Okay? Now, all the ones that are looking at this, I don't want to go into that. Goal setting and competence award. Achieve at least half of your set goals. Priority goals count towards the award and position reflect strong leadership. Goal setting defines your leadership. Being noticed like I said, plan beyond 1 year and track your progress consistently. Each time you review, you will know whether you're doing well or you're not doing well. And when you're not doing well, you adjust. There is nothing that says that you are going to fail because the evidence will be very clear. The parameters for checking your performance are very clear. One is how much net gain do you make over and above the other districts or other clubs or other groups. If this year you did 20 and next year, this year by June, we enter into the year, isn't it? All you need to do is tell yourself as AG. It's not to the presence and the world. From what I've seen there, what you achieve is less than 20% of your target. 20% is it a fast mark? No, it's not. So I want to work with you. Like I said, communication is key, and how empathic you are towards that. Because you say, first of all, I know things are difficult. We are working on 2 committees now. I can tell you that level of donation is very low. And the reason is this. I can tell you one is the donor apathy is coming for 3 things. One, the timing. After people have gone through Christmas, New Year, pay school fees, and then 3 or 4 things are important. Training has come. We are talking about this one. Then we are talking about our ABC. We are fishing for the same pond.
3 or 4 things are important.
If you are fishing for the same pond, you have to change your strategy.
We're talking about this club, we're talking about RIGC.
Because I can't finish this without talking about the installation of the DG, which is a very critical thing for all of us. All of you members here have different roles to play. Even if you didn't play a part last year, now this is your turn because you are not a leader and take this group. Yes, you are a group leader, and you should be, if you don't give money, give your talent. I can't forget all those people who work within the organization. They did a lot of work. And I am very, very, very appreciative of that. But we are moving to a time now where I will urge all of you. Let's raise the bar. For the next lottery year, let's raise the bar. Because as a leader, you determine where you want to go. Set your goals to be higher than what you have now. And at the end of the day, you are going to assess yourself. The DGE is not going to just do, he's going to do quarterly and he's going to do half year before the final result. And I know him, I moved some assistant governors during my year. I did. And I encouraged him to as much as possible. After the first quarter, give warning signs. And by mid-year, those who are not doing very well, they can off and bring new people. You can't be working on the same places all the time. And what I can tell you is that everybody has something to give. All you need to do is to set that person up. Set that person in the right place. I know somebody who was in a different department and management just moved person into a new area and the gross income of the company rose by more than 80%. So now just tell yourself that by June 30th, you people should have crossed taking your papers. So what you have done from what you are going to learn from this training to say this is the way you are going to go. The first meeting you are going to have with your presidents, go with the notes that you take it down. These are my thoughts. What do you think? When you ask somebody what do you think, you're inviting the person to go do what? To come out. And the person will express his or her own opinion. And on the basis of that, you determine where to go. And at the end of the day, final analysis is accountability. If you set your goals and develop your strategies and you take action and implement them and they don't give you the right result, that is something wrong. And that is why assessments, timely assessments are necessary. Once you get into the first 3 months, tell yourself, let me assess the total. What are we doing in membership? How are we doing in foundation? How are we doing in other program? And when you do that, I'm sure that you will succeed. And I pray that God's grace, all of you will do very well and then will deliver for the DG. Thank you.
Thank you, PDG. We all agree that it was a report discussion. A round of applause for our PDG one more time.
Thank you, my PDG. We all agree that this was a report discussion. A round of applause for our PDG one more time.
The DG is a democratic person, and he has asked that based on our timetable, that we will take that which is supporting us, or we go for it. The eyes and the ears. Please welcome our DJ, Lieutenant Shijuki Ekechukwu, supporting to everyone.
Thank you very much.
No, my one, I will leave you. My brother. Just in case. And
Thank you very much.
yes, so my brother and our first lady,
My brother.
pages,
And
yeah,
yes, sir.
fellow
My
reserve.
brother. And our first lady.
Um, I'm going to be talking about supporting clubs. With my
fellow Rotarians.
I'm going to be talking about supporting clubs, meaning that all
I'm
of
going to be talking
all
about
of us today here
supporting
are
clubs. I'm going to be talking about supporting clubs, meaning that all of us seated here are
okay. So it's always, I know a lot of people are tired. I would have said, let us even stand up for 1 minute and stretch our legs. But you want to do that? Okay, let's do that.
it's
Let's do
always
that.
I know a lot of people are tired. I would have said let us even stand up
I
for
didn't say
1
we should
minute
go out, so
and
don't stand up
stretch.
there. So
You want to do that? Okay, let's do that. I didn't say we should go out. I just stand up a little.
all right. Okay. Okay, so let's sit down so that we can finish and go from. Please sit
All right.
down.
Okay. So let's sit down
Can
so
we
that we
sit
can
down
finish
now?
and go forward.
Now, maybe for trouble.
Let's sit down.
All right, let's sit down. Let's sit down. Fellow Rotarians, can we sit down?
Can we sit down now? Let me look for trouble. Oh. All right, let's sit down. Let's sit down.
I think you should look after you get
Let's sit down. Let's sit
Thank you.
down.
Let's sit down. You are the only person. Please. Okay, please let the people around you sit down.
Thank you. Let's sit down. Emeka, you are the only person
Thank
sitting
you.
here. Yes.
All right, so I was saying that the only reason why you were giving
Please
that
let everybody around you sit down.
non-performing club was just to go and turn them around.
Thank you.
And then some other ones will just
All right, so I
say,
was saying
yeah,
that the
I
only
was given a
reason
good
why you
club,
were giving that
very big club. And
non-performing club was
again,
just to
just
go
know
and
that
turn them
if you are
around.
handed over a big club,
And
it
then
will
some
be
other
a
ones will
shame,
just
a
say,
very big
yeah,
shame
that
that
is a
you are
very good
losing
club,
one
a good
person.
club, a very
Instead,
big club.
by the time you will even know how
Just know
PA,
that if
you
you are
would
handed
have
over a
doubled the
big club,
number. That's the
it
duty
will be a
of
shame, a very big
anybody
shame
called
that
AG
you are
or
losing
anybody
that person.
called
Instead,
any chairman
by the
of
time
any
you are within
committee.
a half year,
Your duty is just to look
you
at
would
the
have doubled
results before you tell me
That's the
to
duty
do well.
of anybody called
As
AG
maybe your main
or
energy,
anybody
for
called
example, of course
any
you know
chairman
your
of
primary
any
duty
committee.
is
Your duty is just
to
to
make
look
sure
at the
those clubs
results
given
before
to
you
you
terminate.
to oversee are doing well.
Assuming you are made an AG, for
Before you
example,
get to that club,
because you know
it
you
is
are the
always
primary
very
duty,
important for you to even know a little about the club you're going
results
to.
with respect to oversee.
You don't just come to the new club, you introduce yourself or you're
Before
introduced
you
by
get
the
to that club,
president
it
and
is
you sit
always
down. You
very
don't even have
important for you to
an
know
idea
a
of
little
what's
about
going
the
on in
club.
the club, a background of what's
You don't
going on
just
in the club.
come to the new club,
Please, I
you
advise,
introduce yourself or you are introduced
before
by
you
the
go
president.
into supervising any
Instead,
particular
you don't
club,
have an idea of what's
find
going on in the
out from
club,
the president.
a
Find
background
out
of
from the
what's going on in
president.
the club.
Find out from, in case the
Please,
president may
I
be a problem,
advise,
find out from the PE.
before you go
Find out
into
from the
supervising any
PM or
particular
any
club,
other member of that club before you just start
find
at
out
all.
from the president.
how the club is doing, if they have issues, if there are problems or things they need to resolve.
Find out from the PN.
It's always good to go into a place, even an institution you want to go and supervise or to manage. Have an idea of everything about the company before you go. It will help you succeed in that. You have to make
No problem, sir.
And they have this thing.
so the learning objectives today is the fact that by the time we finish this lecture, you obviously know how to help to the various clubs you are supervising, and of course how to help to sustain this assuming you are already sending to club. There's a lot of people who are sending to starting club that show how to work.
Yes, and see some touch, so we just control from here. That's what is doing.
Please just know that you will send to that club to
Okay, update on follow.
So you are actually sent. Can we sit down, please? Let's settle down. You are actually sent to be part of the solution of the club. Always know that you are not just there to answer it. A lot of people want to answer and stand up. Once they get it, they don't disappear. You cannot disappear in both here and my here. Yes. You know. So, one of the ways you are going to help the clubs is to, of course, I already said, where you have to identify where the clubs need help. Obviously, the clubs will have problems, issues. Some of them may just be the fact that the presidents are not managing their people well. Some of the problems may be the fact that somebody was bereaved and the people are bereaved or have issues, nobody is calling them or visiting them. Some of them is the fact that the president is very rude to members and he doesn't talk to them well enough, and so they are just some of the problems. So if you identify some of the problems, it will be good for you. The some other problems may just be the fact that the previous president collected foundation money and didn't deliver it to the foundation. And the person, he happened everywhere. It happened. So I'm sure some of us are going to share some of those experiences. You are supposed to help the clubs to align their goals with their Rotary plan. You know, if they say these are my goals, their goals must align with Rotary plan. You can't just have your goals and they are off the track of Rotary plan. So they must align, and it's your responsibility to ensure that you are putting their heads together and align so that all of you will be on the same pedestal. And of course, when you set these goals to them, you will help them to monitor the implementations of these goals, meaning that you are going to be following up to ensure that these goals still set are in line with what you agreed with them. As an AG or as chairman of any committee, but of course, especially as an AG, you are supposed to, according to Rotary International, they say at least 4 times in a Rotary year you are supposed to meet. But you see, the reason for saying 4 times in a Rotary year is the fact that some clubs in the southern part of Africa, there are the districts of in the southern part of Africa, there are 4 countries, 4 different countries in one district. You know, you have 4 different countries in one district. So if you are an assistant governor, it's expected that within one Rotary year you have gone to one club 4 times in different countries if need be. But if we're in the same Africa, 4 times in a Rotary year is not acceptable. Really. I am recommending that we do at least once monthly. Also knowing that you have your own club activities to do at least once monthly, so that you will not lose track of what they are doing. Because if you lose track, you go there, you are explain there altogether. Oftentimes, some ages go to studying clubs. There was one in my club actually. By the way, very important to nail that one in. You know. Okay, so there was one that came to our club one time. We saw him when he was. And the day we saw him was not even at the beginning of the Rotary, somewhere around the middle. And I can see this man that is here. Don't say anything. They are still introduced us to this stuff. He said that's our age, you don't say so much. I said, really, this is my age. How come we're seeing him for the first time now? That shouldn't be your own. Your AG position should be such that at all times you are making contributions and the people should be able to know you because of your visits to the clubs. Whether you have one club or you have two or three, as the case may be, please ensure that you pay attention to all the activities going on there. We talked about reviewing your club goals, the club goals of the clubs you are supervising. You should be able to know the status of the membership of the clubs you're supervising. Status. Don't go there and just walk in and sit down. You don't have information about them. Don't even, you shouldn't answer that question. Before you go there, you should be able to know that, oh, this club on the portal there are 54, but I see 30 something people, or I see 100 and something people. What's going on? You should be able to know the status, membership status of that particular club. And of course, of the foundation and of projects. What projects do they have? How much did you contribute in the previous year, and how much are you up to now? If you have that, and of course, the various areas of giving, you should be able to know how much it is. If you don't have an idea of where somebody is, that you have it from somewhere, you cannot make any contribution on what you advise or what you expect them to do. Do you agree with that? Okay. Alright, so I already talked about knowing from the president and PN and others whether they have issues or problems. Sometimes you may go off those people and go to other members, maybe the board members or members of the board. Discuss with them informally. And don't be one to sound over that talk. You say nothing from the beginning to the end. At the end of the meeting, you just step out. That's not as. Don't forget that you are representing the district governor in the clubs in the district. So you cannot just come without any information. Don't ever visit your clubs without information. If you don't have any, go and for one, so that as you come in, you can say something from the district governor. Say something from it. Instead, you promote one event. This one, any other event that's going to come, you must say something about it. Of course, I already mentioned you must promote upcoming district events. Come with enough information. You just try to be relevant to don't just be one AG that is there because you have attained that name you wanted to be there or not. Just ensure that you are coming to meeting to add value. Many times you assume that people in the meeting in your club, in the clubs, have information. They don't have information. They expect that somebody who is coming from the DG, coming from the district, must tell them something that they don't know. So always get there. Don't you ever enter the meeting and come out without any district information. I'm sure you know it is your responsibility to prepare the clubs for DGs. You cannot give what you don't have. If you don't know what to expect, you cannot do it. So, if you don't know what the DG expects, you can't go and tell them, give them the wrong things. And it's also a wrong thing for you to be an AG, the president's giving you information. Giving you information. You should be the person giving them information, correcting them, or telling them what to do. It is not good that there are people correcting you if you start giving them the wrong information. So the DG's visit is a very important visit, and you have to make sure you get them prepared with all the necessary things, the checklists, and make sure that everything is ready before the DG visits. And you know, it is you that is the AG that will be judged, not even the club. Because if the club are not ready, you should be the AG that will be judged to say you were not ready for me because you are the go-between. The AGs are the go-between between the district governor and the club. So if the club are not ready for the DG, it's the AGs that will be looking at and to say, gentlemen, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, or didn't do what you did. Okay, so try as much as possible to create good relationships with your club. We had one also in my club who came. He came with authority of AG, maybe the reason is exactly what the institution was. He was listening out authority and giving out rules and laws. I understand that guy has been left the road because even before he was starting. He would come, he would want to change things that were happening. He said, no, you have to do like this. And he said it like he must be. And we look at people, we just look at, you know, people of the grandfather, you just you take your time on how you talk to the people there. There are people who have been president even before many years before you visit secondary school, and so you just have to know that. I'm not saying because they are old, they must know the whole road. I usually tell people, don't let anybody tell you I have been a road for 30 years, so you must know road. No. You that is always reading. If you're reading all the time, in my rotary and everything, all the resource material, you know more about rotary and you attend rotary events more than the 30-year-old man in rotary. You know far more than me. So don't be deceived. That's not what I mean. But when you come there, don't break your rules and your laws to them and give it to them as a command. That's the policy of the ensure you attend club events. As an AG, you think it's their business. You must ensure that all the club events you must attend. If they have projects, you must be ahead of others. If they have anything they're doing as a club, as a star governor, you must always be there and you must play a role. Don't just go and just come out. You must play a role if there's a budget, if there's a project, you must be there to ginger them. You know, there's something about coming to a place and you say project today we are going to commission a project and the time is 8 a.m. As members of the club are coming, they are seeing their age stand in front of the place. For us, we hold our meetings at the Chelsea Hotel. If you come there and you see the AG standing in front, meaning that he's there ahead of everybody, the president is standing in front ahead of everybody, you will feel encouraged. Then if you come there, you ask, what about the president? He's not around. AG is not here. And then you will just manage to go and president will meet you or AG will meet you. It's not a good thing. You must lead by example by making sure you attend club events. There are certain cultures that actually work well for clubs, certain cultures. For example, you don't see this issue of dress up the sergeant at arm. It's not there. In fact, many people will not know. As a president, I started that in the show. I will just say so. It wasn't there before. Dress up the SA or undress the SA. Of course, if that's the culture of a particular club, I want to there. They use it to raise money. When you want to come and read the MOP for them, this is on Rotary. Don't go and tell them that. Don't go and tell them. Now, PDG talked about the fact that you must dress well for Rotary. It's not a place where you wear bomb shorts. But I went to one, I think it was Rotary Club of Federal. So, I saw young boys and girls. They were the dress. I just asked somebody, are you sure we're in the right place? He said, yes. That's how they dress. I said, really? If it's working for them, so be it, leave it for them. If you have go to a club of Jay-Z people, just be like them. Be like them. Don't come and tell them Rotary founded 1905 wasn't the mission and vision of Rotary. No. Just be with them and let them enjoy themselves. So do not try to change culture that are working and that are making them come. So how do you create vibrant clubs? Always ask for their views and ideas. Like I said, don't go and put down rules and regulations and MOP. MOP, there are people who don't always put MOP. Allow them to put the thing, whatever thing that works. I'm not saying you should go out of MOP, but whatever thing that works for you, allow people to air their views. Let get the views of people, it will help you to know how to make them vibrant. Try to build relationships. You're not bigger than anybody there. The fact that you are AG does not make you bigger than the people who are seated there. I told somebody who was with me when I wanted more breeze, more air. I told them most of the people who are here are billionaires. Most of the people here who are here are very big people and very important people in their various places. So when you come to a club, don't sit down on anybody just because you're the agent. Please try to build a relationship. Don't be an emperor. I'm sure you know what an emperor does. Emperor gives orders and instructions. Connect the club to resources. Like I said, sometimes it may be like you don't have anything to do today. Open your laptop, show them how to register to ensure that everybody is registered in my group. Be the person showing them how to access resources in the system of Rotary International. If you do that, they cannot forget you. They can't forget the fact that you are their AG at any particular time. Always connect them to resources. Think of what will work better for the clubs in their uniqueness. Every club is unique. Do you understand that? Every club is unique. Every club is unique. The fact that everyone anonymous club, which is the grandfather's club, is being wanted like this, should not make Asogov club by Roma do the same thing they're doing, because if it works for them, it may not work for you. Right? There must be some uniqueness about some clubs. Identify them and work with them and make sure they are working. If you think your club, the club is not strong enough, always suggest joint fellowship with more vibrant clubs. Also, golf usually will want to come to grandfather club to have joint fellowship, and there are things you always learn from a new club if you go to another club to have joint fellowship with them. I know we do that, and so we have to continue to do that. Encourage it, have joint fellowship with some clubs that are bigger than you, so that you can learn some other things from there. I'm sure you also know that the grandfather club, every year we go on retreats. We retreat, right? We do retreats. I usually say it's 80% enjoyment and 20% rotary. That's what we do. We don't go and pressure everybody, you must represent this. No. We just go to bond and team making and bonding. We do that all the time. So it's something you can take to any club you are going to supervise and let them know how to bond. We go on retreats many times out of town. We have done many towns in this country. So many of you know. And some other clubs have learned to do that too. Encourage them to go on retreats and we do some bonding. Constant training and lectures will always help. Keep training. If you discover some resource gaps amongst the members of the club, always try to bring people, help the presidents to bring people that will speak to them. In recent times, Kutumba, what's my club president? Where are you? Please stand up, stand up. In the last few, please appreciate this man. In the last few months, what they have been doing is being to bring in past district governors to come and share experiences. They are joining the Rotary experiences and how they have been doing. And of course, our lives have been so touched. Lives of the members have been so touched because of what they have been doing. Today we are going to have the Victor who are coming to speak to us. Share Rotary experience. Again, if you say the light women is come to share with us so that we also join into light women. Yeah. Okay, so that's what they are please appreciate me. So I said constant training will be always there for you. So I don't know where I have time. Okay, so I wanted to do us a quick case study which we have here. Just answer something that I'm sure that will be covered within the 3 minutes. It's a simple one, and I want the answer to come. If it was a smaller group, just put them in groups to discuss it. I think we have ROC Megida, ROC Metumbi, ROC Siri Mutu, and ROC Megida. And ROC Megida. The answer is Megida. Okay, so if the first one, Megida, is having an issue, this is just take any scenario, they came to a mega club. Dr. John Aruna took our club, the grandfather club, the mega club, and they got there. And at the time, it dropped. Some other clubs went also mega and dropped, less than mega. What do you think could be the issue that could make a club jump like that? We're going to bring up the scenarios that could make that happen. And I want, if you have any answer, please give us before we go to the next issue. Anybody? The scenarios that will make you drop from where you are, from mega is when you're up to 100 and then you drop up to 50. What are the scenarios? We're going to deal with them. Anybody? Lift your hands. Yes, ma'am. Relocation of
Mega is when you're up to 100 and then drop up to 50. What are the
can
scenarios we are
such
going to deal with them?
change the number of people that will
Yes,
drop?
ma'am. Relocation.
Okay, your leadership. Poor leadership. Change. Okay.
Change the number
You
of
should
members.
say poor leadership. Any other person?
Okay.
Change of leadership.
Sustainability.
Sustainability.
Sustainability. Which is leadership also.
Sustain poor leadership.
Programs, the kind of
Yes, sir.
programs the kind of program and activities there.
Sustainability.
Unresolved
Which
issues.
is leadership.
Disunity. There are many of them, isn't
The
there?
kind of programs, yeah.
Now,
The kind of
if
programs.
you're a member of any such club here, you
Unresolved
are the
issues.
leader club.
Disunity. There are many of them, isn't
Can
there?
you share with us
Now,
what led
if
to
you're a
the
member
drop in the
of
number?
any
If your
such club,
even if you didn't drop from mega, but if your club dropped drastically, what would have caused it? Let me hear.
can
Let
you
me see your hand.
share with us what led to the drop?
Anybody?
If you
Yes.
even if you didn't drop from mega to, if your club dropped drastically, what could have caused it? Let me see your hand.
They're not hearing you. Put on your stuff. It's not working.
Anybody? Yes, Captain.
If the light is not showing that now.
They're
Okay,
not
use
hearing you.
yours so it
Put
is
on your
working.
stuff. It's not working.
Okay.
If the light is not
There is
showing.
one showing face of somebody with
Use
mic.
yours on if it's working.
Okay, please speak out.
Okay. There is one showing face of somebody with a microphone. Okay, please speak out.
Okay, so as a president, many times they will just bring in friends to fill up the place, to grow membership, only for them to realize that this thing is more than what they saw, and then they will just
Okay, so as
disappear
a president,
the
many
next year.
times
Isn't
you
it?
just bring in friends
Any other
to
person, somebody else wants
fill
to
up the
share.
place, to grow membership, only for them to realize that this thing is more than what they saw, and then they will just
Are you have a
disappear
medical law?
the next year, isn't it? Any other person, somebody has
Let's
a
hear
question?
you.
Okay, let's say for
You
instance,
have a Megiddo
as
club.
a president, you have new members in the club,
Let's hear you.
and you don't engage them, you don't put them in committees. They will not understand what is happening in the club. Maybe they come for meetings, every week they go, they come for meetings, every week they go, and you have your board members that you have meetings with, you come back to the club, you come and tell them what happened at the board level. So if they are not involved, they want to be because they don't understand what's going on.
Yes.
And secondly, you should make your club to interest your club meetings. Not just coming, have meetings, to say, to read everything that goes on the agenda and just go. Let it be interesting. So that when you are in your house or your office, you'll be giving us going to your club meeting every time.
Okay, thank you very much. One thing I understand that happens, one thing I know that happens all the time is that we lose focus of people who just joined Rotary.
Thank you very much.
There are people, when as presidents, as old members, we use a lot of acronyms, a lot, and you feel that everybody will understand what you say. You start talking about RILA, what is RILA? Just tell them about what the meaning of RILA, then before you explain it. It doesn't matter whether you say it every week. If you want to talk about Discord, they don't know what Discord means. Say it in full and let them understand what Discord. Just explain a little bit of Discord. Discord is where everybody, just like we have international, Discord is where everybody within a district comes together, from all the clubs. You explain it. So we need to learn that as leaders to try to explain to people so that we don't assume that everybody understands. I would have gone into other issues, other maybe and cool, but I don't have time. So we're going to conclude. I tell people, and I will continue to say it. One minute. I will continue to say it that even if you don't achieve anything in road, you achieve friendship. Friendship. Everything for me, everything comes after friendship. Because friendship is that on which we remain. I have known people since I joined Rotary and they have been my friends and will continue to be friends. So if you don't achieve anything, please try to make friends with people. Don't make enemies. There are too many enemies in Rotary.
Mr. John Rotary
Do you agree with me? Too many, too many, too many.
So if you
Please
don't want
note
too many things,
that
please try
Rotary
to make
was
friendship
not
with
intended to
everybody.
break. Don't forget
There are
the
too many
vision
things
of
in
the
Rotary.
four friends. There were four friends.
Too many.
The four friends came together.
Please note
If they were
that
enemies,
Rotary
you won't have
was
anything
not
called
intended to break.
Rotary.
Don't forget
Four
the
friends came
vision of
together
the
and they
four
were meeting
friends. There are
regularly
four
and
friends.
religiously. So please
The
note
four friends
that
came
if
together.
you have
If they were
anything that has
enemies,
been
you
done to you by
won't have
anybody,
anything called Rotary.
it's not a reason
Four
to
friends
start
came together. They
going
were
to look
meeting
for another
regularly
club to go and
and
join or
religiously.
go and do another
So
thing. No, those
please
are not the
note
reasons. You
that
shouldn't.
if you
Wait.
have anything that
Don't
is
go
done
and
to
be
you by
creating
Rotary,
cliques
it's not a
just
reason not
because
to
you don't
form
agree with the
Rotary
particular president or something like that.
to go
No,
and join or
that is
go
not
do another
Rotary.
thing or
Rotary
go
is a
about
place for
business.
friendship for everybody.
Really.
Let us make
Don't
friends
go
so
about
while
creating
we in Rotary.
cliques
In
just to
conclusion, I
go
said friendship was the foundation
or
rock
something like that.
on which Rotary was built.
That is not Rotary.
And
Rotary is a place
tolerance
for
is the
friendship for
element
everybody.
which holds it
Let us make
together.
friends
This was
so while
by
we
Paul
are
Harris,
in
the
Rotary.
man we all know
In
his name.
conclusion, I say
There's
friendship is
another
the
man you
foundation
know his name who
on
said
which Rotary was built.
Rotary without friendship
And
is like
tolerance is the
university without
element which
certificates.
holds it
This man,
together.
his name is
This was by Paul Harris,
PhD.
the man
Thank
we
you
all
very
know
much.
his name. There's another man we know his name who said Rotary without friendship is like
Thank you
university
so
without
much.
certificate. This man, his name is Chijioke Ekechukwu, PhD. Thank you very much.
Let's appreciate all our speakers for the.
Thank you so much.
When we come back from lunch, we will take just one more topic
Let's appreciate
and
all our
then 5
speakers.
minutes updates from area and we close the session so that
When we come back from
give us
lunch, we'll
certificates.
take just one more
Please be back here by
and then 5 minutes updates from
2:25.
area. We close the
2:25.
session.